Hit it, boys.
Well, there's a lot of towns where you could go where a man could hang his hat.
Well, they got microbrews and mega stores, but we ain't down with that.
Well, there's a place I know right up the road where the beers are always cold.
Where a beat-up truck and a fishing pole are worth their weight in gold.
Going downtown, Radioville, where you can kick back or have you the craziest thrills. You probably won't learn much, but maybe you will. We're going down to Radioville.
Now let's check in on the boys and see what they got themselves into this week.
That shit still cracks me up.
Dude, it's really funny to think about people that know me peripherally.
Why do we look so dark today?
I don't know. Did something happen? You look kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we got. I don't know. We might have to fix this in the break or something, but anyways, whatever. Oh, look what's happening because of this too now. See? Yeah, anyways. It's funny to think about people that know me peripherally, like seeing the kind of like rhetoric and image we're doing now, where it's like I posted on Facebook today, hey, come check us out on Rumble, and the fucking thing is a picture of you screaming and me waving a gun behind a fucking patriotic eagle, or what is that thing? It's an eagle, right?
Yeah. It's
So
the fucking bird of liberty.
yeah, show it to him real quick. Let's fucking start the show off right. And it's like, just I like to think about, like, I know all these fucking, like, artists and musicians and all this shit that are, like, all wrapped up in themselves. They don't fucking know anything about me. I've tried to tell them about this show. Nobody gives a fuck.
Why are we so dark?
I don't know, whatever. But, yeah, something is with that, huh? But anyways, there we go. And then we do shit like this. And, like, I don't think they have, like, a frame of reference to understand that it's tongue-in-cheek, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
people are
It's just been
stupid.
cracking me up lately. Hey, can I ask you something?
Yes.
How have the mice been around here? Like,
Seems like they've been okay, I suppose.
quiet?
Yeah, I haven't seen any, actually.
Man, it's starting. We've talked about this before. You know, you live in an old place. I just realized my neighborhood is almost 200 years old. And there's tunnels all over the fucking place and whatever else going on down there. You're not getting rid of the mice. You know what I mean? And I live in a building from like the 20s or 30s, and it's like, yeah, there's no fucking way. So anyways, mine, as I've talked about before, are the loudest mice in the history of the
planet.
world.
Yeah.
Like,
You've
dude,
got some real fucking
I mean, they're just jumping around like big fat idiots.
reckless rodents.
It's like they're using fucking butter knives as diving boards into the sink and shit. You know what I mean?
It's real fucking Disney film over there.
Dude, yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of trans mice.
Yeah, these mice, they make the atomic bomb look like the land divers of Melanesia.
Yeah.
That'll come into play later.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, I go into the kitchen today. Fucking big fat mouse jumps down behind the stove. It's just like it looked right at me first. You know, they've gotten cocky. I've mentioned before too.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. I just wanted to check in about that. But
Yeah, I haven't seen any, and I live next to a field, so mine's usually, you know what I mean?
they have plenty of room to run around. I'm in a downtown area. It's like in the city.
But that's the thing is, like, once it starts getting cold, that whole field of mice makes a break for it into my fucking house.
Yeah,
And
you'll see some of the
so-
stronger mice like wearing other mice's fur that they've
Yeah.
killed and shit.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're
like,
tribal, man.
yeah.
They're fucking
No, my
real-
mice are like when you're in the city and you see like just like kids like playing in like just like a little area on the sidewalk or whatever, because they don't have a field to run around in. That's
Yeah.
how mine are. Mine are like city kids.
Street mice.
I need some kind of like fucking program for them to keep them
After
out,
school.
yeah, like out of my kitchen and shit. Like keep them busy. If I could
Yeah,
get
where's
them,
all this funding going?
like a nice pickleball league or something, because that's fucking now apparently what
Yeah.
everyone wants to see.
It's trendy
When did that happen?
with the rodents.
No, but like, did you notice pickleball all of a sudden?
Oh yeah.
Like I played that in,
I mean,
in
look,
gym
guys,
class.
what
but,
is pickleball?
Yeah, no shit. New soundboard. Yeah, whatever. We don't have to go off on that
No.
because I've been fucking killing it in my career. Is the main
Oh
thing.
yeah. Let's talk about your career trajectory.
Oh man.
You've had you've had a fucking big week career-wise, dude.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know,
Wait, actually, before we get into that, hey, hello everyone on Rumble. I love it. Seeing all, I just want to address these chats beforehand.
Okay, go ahead, because I'm.
Just because I want to say, if you're new here, go ahead and check in the chat.
We're very suspicious.
yeah, we're very suspicious of what's happening.
And
here.
also, everyone else in the chat, change your fucking names to your actual full names, please. Okay? No more anonymity here.
Yeah, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, I'm getting worried.
But yeah, but hey, everyone, yeah, just check in the chat. Super spreaders, you already know who you are. The rest of you, you're now super spreaders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what the army is
Yeah,
known
that's
as.
the army is super spreaders, and we that was all dubbed that as.
Now, anyways,
Yeah.
I've been killing it in my career lately.
Oh, killing it, dude.
Dude, so all right, so career-wise, what I'm referring to is that the career of a sound engineer, which I have reluctantly pursued for the past few years. I decided when I was young, I was on this trajectory, and that I decided that I hated it, and so I didn't.
Well, because you're an actual musical artist,
Right? Yeah.
and so you were used
Tried.
to working with soundmen yourself.
Yeah.
And that's annoying,
Yeah.
especially when you're doing it at like bars and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
Oh,
you're
those
first
guys.
starting out, it's just
Yeah.
those guys are just, they don't give a fuck what you sound like. They just
Right.
phone it in unless you give them blow.
Well, and what I hated is like to be a sound guy, you have to be really fucking interested in gear all the day, every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and willing to
They're-
talk about it.
Yeah,
ad
dude,
nauseum.
I would get in these conversations and just be like, dude, after 2 minutes, if you tell me about like some new technology or something, fine, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But like guys just rattling off fucking letters and numbers of gear, and
Yeah.
it's like, and I like them better than the PC-38s, but you know the band,
And also a lot of it is like anything.
Yeah, you cannot shut me down faster internally than to start doing that. I'm just like, yeah, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
So
And-
anyway,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's like anything too. It's just like people enjoy this like inside baseball jargon more than they actually are interested in it. It's like this image thing where it's like, I know more about this than you. And it's almost like they're talking about it in order to try to stump other people half the time. And it's like,
I swear to God, dude, do you know what? Like everywhere I go, I just go, oh yeah, those. Because I don't know what the fuck anyone's talking about.
No.
And
Why would you?
And I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know some things. I know enough to get my job done, and I do. I do a good job. Whatever. So I end up in this circuit reluctantly because the money was okay and blah 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 of bands that do weddings, corporate events, and
the best bands.
I mean, this is the sad thing, dude, is this is how you make money. This is the most reliable way to make money every week of the year in the music industry at a certain level, is to work for one of these things that is not artistic. It's a crowd. What is a crowd pleaser? Why is it called a crowd pleaser? Because everyone's fucking dumb? Like, is that, you know,
Yeah.
like...
Well, crowds are easy to please.
So they play top 40 pop songs, and if you know me, that's a fucking nightmare. I despise pop music in all of its many horrendous
Iterations.
Oh, yeah, in all of its many hideous fucking iterations is fine. So I end up on this whatever. These people are not. They're not like us. They're cornballs. They're like very normie, you would say. You know what I mean? Like they'll be having conversations all the time about like Van Halen or something. One time I was sitting at a table. It's like, you're eating in a back room. They have to hide the fucking help, so you're eating in this like shitty little fucking office somewhere, while the real people are having the real food out there. And so we're sitting in there, and all these, these mainstream guys, like, that are playing in cover bands. And this sounds, it's not the thing of like the old trope of like, oh, you're playing a cover band, but no, like they fucking make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge industry.
No.
They're flying around the fucking country all the time. It's, you know what I mean? It's not a joke, but it sucks still. So anyways, I'm sitting back there with all these guys, all the musicians. They're talking about fucking Van Halen. His voice is not what it used. I'm like, yeah, he's probably fucking 90. What do you do? Like, I'm just sitting there just thinking, like, this is such a stupid fucking conversation. And they're like, man, he's on tour. He just isn't sounding good. And it's like, yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah, I saw that. That's I also read an article about how Van Halen isn't singing that well on tour. They're all going around talking about it, and I just got sick of it. And I was like, you guys didn't hear what happened? And they go, what? And I go, yeah, man, he was out riding on his motorcycle and accidentally swallowed a bee. And that's why his voice is fucked up. And they're all like, really?
What?
Like, you fucking guys, Jesus. So it's stuff like that, whatever. So, the other night, at a little, let's talk mental health.
Sure.
And awareness. So I've been walking around in this fucking job that I hate. This thing, by the way, anyone who's run sound for a wedding knows this. It's an all-day fucking thing, and the pressure is on from the time you get there. It's extremely stressful and complicated at this point, and it fucking blows. So it's not just like going to mix a band anymore. So anyways, I'm walking around fucking stressed out about this shit. My brother-in-law's bachelor party was Friday night, okay? Got a little fucking hammered. First, we go to one of those meat places, right?
Yeah.
This will all come around, guys. Don't worry. We got a few things to talk about here. Those fucking meat places. So it's where you sit down and you just turn the card over to green when you want more meat and then, pause it, whatever. This thing is nuts, dude. Like, they attack you. I mean, I saw the game right from the get-go. I'm like, oh, they're trying to fucking knock us out as fast as possible.
Yeah. Give you the meat sweats, so you got to
people
fucking...
have, so my brother-in-law, he's like, no, you just got to fucking go. Keep fighting. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm going to have a strategy. I'm going to fucking flip. I'm going to meter this. I'm going to eat only,
You're putting it at angles.
Exactly.
Like, no.
I'm like spinning it and faking the guy out and shit. Like he comes over and it's yellow. He's like, we don't even have that.
Yeah, where'd you get this card, sir?
Right. I'm making my own fucking cards. Yeah, dude, you got to get creative in there. And so we get all, dude, you eat until you can't. I mean, it's like, I haven't done that in a long time where you're just like, you can't move. We all sat there like a bunch of big fat gavones, just fucking laying back. And it's, go out bowling, more fucking drinks,
Hell yeah.
And of course, as we have talked about many times, the party was great. I got dropped off at home, already very intoxicated.
Yes.
But is that good enough for old Uncle Vinny? Now, keep in mind, I have this gig for these people and this thing that I really fucking despise.
Yes.
And it stresses me out to no fucking end. And I got all this fucking rolling around in here. A bunch of other shit, too. You know how it is. And this is why we're talking mental health, guys. You need to have some kind of stress release, So, so I go out, buy more booze at the bar. Here's the thing. Last thing I remember was getting dropped off at home, right? Now, I know that there's only one place I could have gotten more booze. Now, the next thing is a vague, hazy memory of somebody telling me, like, I don't know if you want to eat this. And I was like, I fucking
accepted.
Want that.
Yeah.
And it was a crazy strong edible, right? I have no idea. I don't even remember who. I have my fucking suspicions, but I don't remember who gave it to me, what it was. It was just some fucking super duper fucking edible, right? Next thing I know, I'm driving. Okay, this is bad, right? And at this point, like, people think they know what it is to drink too much. I don't know if you do. Have you ever drank, like...
Oh, there's people in here that do.
Well, there are, but, like, some people think, like, oh, I had too many drinks. It's like, no. This is a different thing. I drank that night well over a fifth on my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people would not be. I mean, they would have passed out a long time before that. I don't know why that doesn't happen to me.
I know. I don't either.
You know,
for myself.
Yeah, like that has never been the case. I've never
No.
just been like,
I
hey,
don't pass out.
No.
I don't think I've ever passed out.
I will go on a crazy adventure for
Yeah,
no
yeah,
reason,
yeah.
which is apparently what I was doing. So I think what fucking happened, right? This edible kicks in. I can't handle edibles. I never have been able
No,
to. The only
me
reason I
neither.
would ever eat one is if I was so fucked up that I didn't know what I was doing. So now, all right, guys, this gets kind of serious because I am out driving, had no idea what was going on. I think I like kind of a little bit hit maybe something, but it was like
Yeah, it wasn't a
it was
person.
like no, it was like one of those like plastic road things that's in the middle
Sure
of
it
the.
was.
I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? Because there was like no paint on the car. It wasn't a car.
You're like,
or
there
a
was
fucking
no
person.
blood or
Yeah, there was no blood.
flesh.
There was. I mean, nobody was after me. So like, but you couldn't convince me of that at the time because I slip into this fucking paranoid, delusional fucking state. And I'm just gonna be honest. I think more people should be honest about when shit like this happens because it happens to more of you than you want me to tell people about.
Yeah.
But like, so, dude, I called Tom, and he was like also fucked up. So I don't know how much help he was. I don't really
Not a
remember
lot.
much, but yeah. But
I was
then,
like, who cares?
so I called my sister, and apparently I was like, hey, I'm on the way home from the bachelor party, and my car overheated. I don't know what to do. And she's like, they dropped you off like 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, then where the fuck, what am I doing? And it really freaked me out because then when you all of a sudden realize you have no clue where you're coming from,
Yeah.
what you're doing, I'm sure I was just driving aimlessly.
Yeah, coming
you know,
to out of a
listening to
blackout.
music or whatever. But I'm like, you know, but still, dude, it's funny kind of, but it's not really. This is crazy behavior for a person my age, you know?
Yeah, it's not-
very bad. And it's like,
It's not beneficial.
by the way, if you're like a professional drinker in that you're really good and you're say less than 35, and you're one of those people like I was or sometimes am or whatever, who could sit and drink a whole fucking bottle and still be talking and making sense and like acting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're one of those people,
Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a good, it's not an advantage in any way because here's what ends up happening.
No,
You
it
get
isn't.
past about 35, right? And you you're still doing the same things and you think at the time that you're handling it, but you're not anymore. You know, for instance, like never in my life did I ever black out until the past few years, you know? I just never did. I could go insane all day.
Yeah. No, it definitely, there's a huge metabolic change as
Yeah.
you age.
So
And-
I'm like fucking hysterical on the phone with my sister. She's fucking lives 25 minutes away. If she, of course, is like, I'm gonna come over, you know. And I got home.
Tuck you in.
There's like, yeah, like, or talk to me for 20 minutes and calm me down, dude. I was just fucking out of my head, you know. And this is what I'm saying too. This is important too. Is if you're going through like a lot of mental anguish and stress, you have to do something about it. You know what I mean? You can't just like carry it around until you fucking break.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds obvious, but it,
Well,
you know,
It is.
anyways, so it's a combination of way too much booze, the fucking edible. It was a full moon too.
Yes, it was.
I found that out. That
Yeah, it was.
creeped me out even more. And
That's
then,
true. I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
saw that night because I was drinking with a girl and her neighbors. And yeah, I remember looking up and being like, God damn, it's bright. And then I looked up, I was like, oh, it's a full moon.
Yeah.
And I actually get worried about that. I do. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I feel like, you actually go through some kind of probably a transformation during that. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I
no,
was good
so
that night.
thank God I fucking made it home. My sister came there, talked to me, calmed me down. I pass out. I wake up and I look and dude, here's how fucked up I still was. I thought it was like 104 Glock, which is an old David Cross joke, but that's what my watch or phone, I don't even remember what I looked at, but it made no fucking sense at first.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh, it's
like,
Blur's Day.
yeah, like,
who
what?
cares?
And I'm looking at it and I realize it's 3 minutes after I'm supposed to be picking up the van for this gig an hour away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this
Oops.
is bad. So now talk about fucking panic, you know, and I'm like,
That's the worst too because you're not anywhere near recover.
Oh, my
You're
God.
nowhere near like in
Dude,
any
this-
shape to do anything. Even, and this is the thing, is another thing people don't realize unless they drink like this. When you get up out of one of those, you're not well enough to function to like answer a phone,
No.
or like go downstairs to get fucking bread or something like that.
You feel like an idiot. You're remorseful immediately.
Yeah, that you're panicky
depressed,
too. Yeah, you're like
panicky,
panicky,
anxious,
Yeah,
just-
like fuck. What am I doing?
So
Oh,
guess where I'm supposed to be?
where?
Soldier Field. Okay, so this is fucking bad, dude. There's a fucking at Soldier Field in Chicago. There's like an executive club at the top, right? And we're supposed to be working this party. So the owner of the company that I'm working for, they didn't know where I was. They couldn't get a hold of me, so he had to fucking drive all the gear down there, and he's already down there practically by the time I even get a hold of them, which took me like 20 minutes to be like, what do I do? Do I fucking say I got robbed and fucking mugged or something? Yeah, like what do I like trying to think? I'm like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna lie. I gotta go. I'm just gonna tell him what happened.
Yeah.
So I did, and I was honest. I was like, dude, I had a lot of stuff going on. Got some like bad news recently and blah 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 and whatever. I've been holding it all in. I fucking drank way too much and I fucking freaked out and had a weird episode. And then I slept through my alarm or whatever the fuck. I told him, whatever. And so I get
So that's good,
dude. Talk about a fucking bad day too. Is like wake up with that. You can't even fucking barely have time to brush your teeth and run through the shower really fast. Can't eat. No coffee. No nothing.
Yeah.
Then I remembered I'm getting ready to get out of the house, and I go, my fucking car
Oh
was
yeah,
overheating.
Because here's the thing:
I can't
is-
drive downtown. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when we were talking the night before, and I do remember this. Now here's the thing: is I went out to have a few casual drinks, and ended up drinking 3/4 of a bottle of tequila. It had like this much left. You know what I mean? In a fifth, in a big fucking. So I'm
On
like,
top of whatever you had at the bar, or like,
no,
Oh, that
but
was
then
at the
also
bar.
smoking fucking massive. No, because I just went over to this, this
okay,
girl's
okay.
house, and then
Yeah.
we hung out and whatever. But yeah, so I was fucking pretty wrecked too. And then, but when I was talking to you, that was what you were.
I thought somebody
concerned
was
with.
after me, dude.
You thought you were.
So I
being
kind of skipped over that
chased.
part. I was fucking like thought somebody was chasing me.
Yeah.
I even was saying that I don't think it's the cops. But dude, there could have been no one near me.
Yeah,
I mean,
who else was it?
because my car was overheating. So then you're in this, dude. Talk about like this was such a bad scene, dude. Because I'm trying to get home, thinking that someone's after me. I don't know why, but because I think I had just like I said, I think I just like nicked against one of those fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Those plastic road.
Yeah, pylon.
No. They're like dividers. They're just like flimsy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I think that's a pylon.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the things that are on the edges of a end zone where you got to touch it. You know what I mean?
I guess
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. All right. Whatever.
But anyways,
So, anyways,
at any rate,
I'm calling him. I'm calling my sister. Somebody's fucking after me. I'm running. And if you're in that fucking state and your car overheats because I think I have a small coolant leak and I forgot to fucking put coolant in it lately.
Yeah.
And so there's zero coolant. And then my fucking hood latch was stuck.
yeah.
So I
They're
had.
like, they got me.
I had a little coolant in the trunk. I'm like, okay, I can do this. And I get back and I'm fucking pulling it. Fucking hood won't open. Figured out the next day, I was pulling the parking brake.
Ah.
The hood latch is down here.
Yeah, because that was what I was going to say. That was your big concern.
It's
You're
my
like, I
car.
can't get in the fucking.
It's my own
Yeah.
car. That's how fucked up you can get. Is like I don't know how to open my hood, and I was trying for a long time. And so now, dude, in that paranoid, fucking delusional state, fucked up beyond belief, trying to get home and only able to drive for about a quarter mile, half mile at a time
Yeah.
before the fucking temperature gauge starts going
And you're
back
watching
up.
it the
And you're
whole
just
time.
watching it the whole time, and then you have to sit for a good 20 minutes and wait. And like
Oh, yeah.
for it to cool down. So who knows how long I was doing that before I even talked to you guys, or I don't know, dude. But like, so I had lost.
Well,
it,
time
you know?
doesn't mean anything in those moments,
we-
especially if you're on a heavy edible and that
Dude,
wasted.
I have not been able to piece together the timeline
No,
for,
it's
the, for the
impossible.
fucking life.
There
of
is
me.
no
Like,
timeline. That's why.
I don't think I wasn't in time.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying.
I was so
Yeah.
fucked up that
It
I
pushes
left
you out of
the boundaries of time
Yeah.
and space.
Yeah, there is no temporal boundaries at that point.
No.
You just you've drank yourself into some nether realm where it's like
But I bowled a 195 the night before. But so
I'm gonna call bullshit on that too.
yeah. Anyways, so fast forward right to where we're at now, and I gotta fucking get down to Soldier fucking Field, right? And I'm finally I throw my dirty fucking clothes on.
Yeah.
You shaved way too fast.
Yeah.
Am I still like all cut up?
Well,
dude, I cut
not
all the
great.
shit out of myself over here and stuff. I looked like a fucking like a rapist or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you've been
dude, it was bad.
like you'd been fended off.
Oh my god, it was really bad, dude. And so, yeah, dude, and then I had like like patches that were missed and stuff, and that's the worst, dude. You got to be in a formal setting and you fucking have a piece of your beard hanging off.
Yeah,
and you're like, damn it,
like,
dude.
I meant to. It's fine.
So the whole fucking perfect storm, and I hit the door, and I realized right at that moment,
coolant.
my fucking car.
Yeah.
Oh no. So luckily I have one fucking really close friend nearby me who me and him are like that we bail each other out of stuff because we're idiots.
Yeah.
And I go, dude, I'm fucked.
He's familiar with your antics.
I need help. And literally this is how good of a friend he is. All right, I'll be right there.
What do you need?
I'll be right there.
Yeah.
You know? So he gets there in 5 minutes. Drives me fucking downtown. Has to drive the owner of the sound company who's leaving the van there.
Yeah.
He has to take him back to his house, which must have been one of the most awkward drives
Who
ever.
did?
Paul. Yeah, my friend
No
Paul.
way.
Yeah. So talk about dysfunction. It's fucking 1:30, 2 in the afternoon. He's already drunk when he showed up. And he's like, well, I can drive your boss home, but I'm drunk. And I'm like, yeah, I don't
You're
care.
like, well,
Whatever.
looks like that's what's happening
fucking
then.
his problem.
Yeah.
You know, so this guy, of course, hates me now, is pissed, the owner of the company.
Yeah.
I mean, he must just want me to fucking die. And so, understandably, when something like this happens, you're like,
because
you're a fucking
here's
idiot. You
here's
drank too
another
much, and
thing.
now you put my reputation on the line.
Yeah, and these
and
gigs like this
they're
are
high
very
profile.
time sensitive.
Yeah.
This is not something you could be like, oh, we'll postpone the wedding.
Yeah, no, this
Everything is choreographed, and I mean, it's like.
Oh, and then check this out. You know what this fucking event was? It was for like dying children. So when I finally get in the fucking room, there's just giant pictures of dying kids everywhere. I'm like, how could this get any fucking
And
worse,
they thought
dude?
that you came dressed as a dying child.
They're like,
and some bad.
I walk in, they're like, get back in bed.
Yeah, bad taste fucking joke.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, what are you dressed? What?
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
sorry.
So, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I make it through the fucking day. I go over to their house afterwards to kind of just lay it on the line. And this is the crazy thing about being like, I don't know if you call me, what do you call me? Like crazy, or just like sometimes I fucking just, have some kind of crazy episode, or like, I don't know what exactly I am, but I'm not going to put any words in anyone's mouth, but I know people that once in a while have done things like this that go a little nuts sometimes when they overdo it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying there, pal,
I've met
right?
a couple people like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. I don't know what I am, but I go there and I try to explain it to them. I go to their house afterwards because I'm dropping off all their stuff. And I go, yeah, look, I know this is really bad. And you go through the whole thing. You're like trying to explain to them somehow that this is not going to happen again.
Yeah.
Why would they listen to me? It's done. You know what I mean? And in stuff like this is the thing, dude, why I say I'm killing it in my career, because stuff like this, they already told 100 people. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm burned in this entire fucking circle, which I started out, you feel like an idiot when you fuck up this bad, but everything happens for a reason. My sister told me when she came and I was in this fucking just like, blah, 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 blah. She said one thing, the thing I talked about most was being stressed out about this fucking job. There you go. I can't fucking do it anymore. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. And I'm not happy about it. I hate the product. I despise the clientele. I despise the fucking what it represents and what it fucking constantly reminds me of about society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everyone is this fucking dumb, So, okay. So they might be done with that. And then I fucking, last night, dude, I sent them a resignation email. And it was like, I was like, I'm going to try to remember it word for word. It was like, hey guys, thanks for making me a part of your adventure. That's what I started out with. I don't know what I was doing, dude. And then I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any gigs for you anymore. I realize this was my fuck up, but the reality is I can no longer be a part of something I so vehemently oppose philosophically. They were probably like, what?
Yeah,
They're probably afraid of me now, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they're
This man is out of his fucking mind.
Oh my God, I must look like the craziest person of all time. But like, that's the truth of it. And see, here's the point though. People like this, and there's nothing wrong. I don't want us to be like talking shit on them or anything. They didn't do anything wrong to me.
Sure.
But they're mainstreamers, you know what I mean? And they don't. I don't think they would. I don't think if I sat down for an entire hour and explained to them like my opinions on musical integrity,
Sure.
or why artistic integrity is important to me or anything, I don't think they would still understand. I don't think they have any frame of reference for it. I think that must just look like a fucking psychotic thing to say. And they're like, why?
Yeah, it could.
Why would this psycho like choose to leave all this money and all this stuff and whatever? And it's like, I don't think that most of them would ever fucking understand, you know?
Yeah.
Because when I would do these jobs, sometimes I would let stuff slip and you'd get these looks, you know, like you'd be like, just say something matter of fact about like, one time I said like, yeah, man, I could never be on the stage doing this with you guys. Like, I don't know how the fuck you guys pretend to be into this shit.
Yeah. And they're like, pretend?
And exactly. They're like,
Like, what do you mean?
oh, you don't think these are some good tunes? Like, oh boy. Dude, it's just whatever. So anyways, a couple lessons here. I think I might be done doing sound in this capacity, which is fine because I fucking hate it. And also, you gotta have a release. I've been out of therapy for like a couple months. I think maybe I should go back. You know, but like
Maybe.
you got to figure something out. You can't be. This is just a message to all you men out there that are feeling the fucking pressure, and you're not fucking getting enough done, and you're not like you're driving yourself nuts, and you feel like you're not getting where you want to get, and blah blah blah, and it's building and building and building. You have to be aware of that, you know, because I don't. It's like
For sure.
It's crazy that I haven't built the fucking tool bag for this situation yet. You know, it's something that just happens to me every like few years for my entire adult life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, none of us are where some people are. Some people are. But here's the other thing is people that do attain what they thought they wanted quickly figure out it wasn't what they thought it was, and then they're more depressed. You know what I'm saying? So
nobody can escape the torture sometimes. Like, it's like there's almost no way
You
as a
can,
human
though,
being.
I think.
Well, yeah.
I
I guess what I should have said is there's no like set recipe for like you could be wild. Look at how many people are wildly rich and famous
Yeah, and
and
killed themselves.
completely fucking out of their minds. Yeah, I mean,
somebody like Robin Williams is a good example.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're
Of a
Robin fucking
hack.
Williams. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I never found the guy funny, but you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But he was on top of the world forever. He's fucking Robin Williams. He's one of the highest grossing, actors in the world. And yeah, that's just like that's a obvious one. But there's a ton of that. People that are miserable. I've always heard that like depression and suicide go up as the income bracket goes up. And I've always thought that this is something that's said about people that win the lottery and shit like that.
Yeah,
they get all this money and then suddenly they realize like, oh, I'm still me. All this shit's still in my fucking head. This money didn't do shit.
All I have to do now is just a time with my thoughts. So
and also they're like, I thought this would make it better. Now what makes this better? Nothing. Like
Yeah.
it's just this realization of like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like this is just this existential dread doesn't go away simply because. But I do think there's ways to do it. I talked to you about this. Like I think framing. There's things called something called framing and reframing and I've used it to pretty decent. I mean, if anyone knew me, a decade ago, or 2 decades ago, Jesus Christ, like just I was legitimately every single time I would, be drunk, which was all the time, and it was, you know what I mean.
Every time I got drunk, which was every single day.
Yeah, I'd have people back,
yeah.
and there was many, many times where it would just like nothing. It would be nothing. Would just trigger it. I would suddenly be inside of my head just furious at somebody that didn't do anything. And there's just, next thing you know, I'm like in my kitchen shattering all my dishes on the floor until everyone's like screaming and running from my apartment. You know what I mean? This was a constant, and just like starting fight and actually fighting people. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just,
yeah. How many times have you looked back? Like, dude, I couldn't put a number on it myself, but like when you look back the next day and go, what?
Yeah, what was that all about?
What? Yeah, what was I throwing stuff out of a window, screaming faggot at someone? Like what?
Yeah, exactly.
Was I,
what was this? The guy was nice, and
Yeah,
he was
like-
just like
God, dude.
He had a discussion with a girl that I was thinking that I was gonna be having sex with that night, or
Yeah.
that was a lot of the times when it was just like for whatever reason back
Because
in the day.
yeah.
It was like a competitive thing. I just was like, no, I'm on top.
But
Fuck
what
you.
happens to
Everyone
us-
shut up, fuck off. It was just a weird.
Yeah. What happens to us? I was gonna say sorry.
It was fragile, though. That was really what it was. It was a fragile ego problem with me. And I had to realize that, And it's not comfortable to dig into like why the fuck why I feel like I'm less worthy than other people. And, a lot of it, like I've talked about on here, a lot of it comes from sort of being, poor growing up and just always having that feeling of like everyone else has more than you and just inherently is worth more than you. And that sort of a thing, combating it with like just, jokes and, trying to be more outgoing and just polishing this whole fucking character that you are and all this shit. But eventually that cracks, you know what I mean? It just starts cracking and it's.
No, and it's the weirdest feeling is because it's like everybody can identify with the idea of like you had too much to drink, you did something silly, maybe you did something stupid, whatever. But it's like what happens to us is a whole other mental issue.
Yeah,
it's
and it's not just us. There's a ton of people
it may be,
happens to. But
it may be triggered by the liquor, but it's like, dude, something's wrong.
Something else is
when if I lose my inhibition and like that's a chance of happening, well, that means that I'm fucking actively working hard to hold this in. Most of the time,
it's there already.
It's the evil is here.
Yeah,
and.
But like I say, I think I think there's this confrontation that you need to have with yourself in I
think I fucking am.
And you've talked about it a lot of times. When I've talked about meditation, you're like, yeah, but how do I fucking do that? Because then I'm alone with my thoughts, and that's even worse. But I think that's what I had to sort of come to terms with, and like and figure out, okay, why can't I? Like, what is it that I'm what is this undercurrent that I have to like figure out, and what am I defining as success and not success, and being a loser or being all of that type of shit. Like, because, and here's another thing is like, I think when you're saying all of this, like the musical integrity and all this shit, when I was in like bands and shit, I felt the same way. And a lot of people in the metal circles do feel that way, as far as like you're playing to the musicians in the crowd rather than the crowd, because it's always like you're trying to.
Sometimes it depends, because I always made that type of music too. That I wasn't never attempting to get on the radio. I was never. I was trying to like exist at a certain echelon of this style of. Performance,
it's like you're trying to impress other people that are in the know, and you're like trying to build and structure these songs that are like just like like the theory is really fucking crazy. Oh, why would he do that interval there? Or that's an
execute something faster or more quirky than someone else or whatever. I know.
And but that I got out of me by basically looking at why the fuck I thought I needed to do that and stuff like this. So there is, like, at this point, I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm not a big fan of cover bands, but I'm not like offended as I once was by them. Dude, now I'm like, whatever, that's what you do. It's fine.
I thought that too when I went back to doing this kind of work, but once you're just immersed in it, it just starts to infect you with like, you're just like, and then all the people and you hate all of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I could work in the field.
Yeah,
but I could probably be in a cover band. I don't know that.
No,
either.
Dude, these guys are crazy. They play the same fucking. I've known some of these guys for damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
Some of the fucking metalies that they play 3-4 nights a week have not changed.
Yeah.
In all of that time.
But think about a band that's now like been on the circuit with their own originals for fucking 30 years. They're still playing the 5 songs that everyone wants to hear it.
At least
that they want to hear and shit. And it's like, oh, that, there's the whole joke of like, play Freebird, Freebird or whatever. That's because cover bands are fucking actually. They know that those are the songs that people want to hear, the shit that they.
I know.
And so the bands themselves go through that.
Here's the other thing about this fucking wing of the music industry. Not a single goddamn one of them started out when they were 19 thinking like, man, would I love to be in a good fucking cover band. They're all failed fucking original artists. Every single one. You know what I mean? And so there's a tendency with them too that I noticed a lot was to take their fucking current thing way too seriously and make it way more than it is, because if they were to acknowledge that it wasn't that good, that would be too crushing of a fucking realization, because they'd have to go, well, fuck, I failed as a jazz drummer. I'm going to talk shit about Vinny because I take this way too fucking seriously, and I need my fucking stereo overhead mics for my ears every fucking show, and everything has to be just so, and you should be doing this in your sleep.
Yeah.
Mr. fucking, I want to say, I might start doing names soon. I might. I haven't decided. I don't know. It's not that I've like, Yeah, and I like a lot of these people, whatever. But it's just like they're, kind of want to burn the bridge.
Yeah,
I just
could
don't want to
feel
go
that.
back, dude.
I can
And
feel this.
so in the coming shows, I might be able to show you some pretty funny fucking videos of these people. And dude, because you guys wouldn't believe, man, and we'll get off of this right now, but you wouldn't believe. I mean, I can tell you how corny it is. I can tell you how nauseating it is. But until you see it with your own eyes, you won't really believe it. Have I ever even shown you some of the people I work with, dude?
I don't think so.
Oh,
no.
man. Yeah. We'll do that next week, maybe. I got to decide because this is going to end it for real. Dude, it'll be a fucking not work in this town again thing for real. Like, so I don't know.
Or you could do it all and then fucking start your own company, and then they have to work because there's not enough companies to do it.
I think I've been talking to a couple of people. That's might be what we're gonna do, actually. Yeah. And yeah, there's a couple of ideas, but anyways, whatever, guys. I sent out fucking weird psychotic resignation.
Yeah.
And I think I might be done with that. So we got some other plans. It'll all pan out, but let's should we move on to our first thing, because we're talking the other day and I remembered. I was just thinking about before YouTube, right? What did we do? There was the library, and my friend Stizzy. I think my friend Stizzy was the one that figured out, like, hey man, here's all we need: smoke a little weed, get some of these hilarious fucking like old British or National Geographic or BBC documentaries that you can get for free at the library. I think we were VHS then, even, or maybe DVDs. I can't remember. So we would rent these, or check them out.
Yeah.
Books. Check them out. Remember the California Raisins?
So stupid.
Yeah, and so we would get these things and just get stoned and laugh our fucking asses off. I was telling you last night, there was one about Kilimanjaro, because all these things would be very condescending about like the tribesmen that they examined, and it was always like,
Yeah, and as a kid, it's just fucking funny.
I know we were like 19, just getting stoned, and I remember this narrator. They were talking about the Dogon tribe at the base of Kilimanjaro, who are the ones that knew about the fucking Planet X.
Yeah.
And they had all the sophisticated
there was all these
celestial
they
knowledge
had like the solar system mapped out,
and to this
cave
day,
paintings
dude,
and shit.
Yeah, to this day, it's kind of weird that
No,
nobody really understands how they've had.
Yeah, and
there's specific knowledge.
They had identified the Sirius, like the stars in the Sirius system. Like they had a connection. They had this lore about these beings coming from Sirius, the star Sirius, SIRIS.
So these are fucking serious people, in my estimation, And I remember the narrator goes, "This primitive tribe believes that they coexist with all living beings and are not," you know what I mean? Basically, he lays out this whole thing that we actually thought. We're sitting there smoking weed at 19, like, oh wow, so they are one with like all living things and are pretending to be the like appointed fucking ruler of the planet and everything, and like wow. And I remember my friend Stizzy just going, "Those stupid fucking monkey people," and it was a good time. So I'm thinking back to some of that, and I go, what was that one where those guys were fucking jumping out of trees?
Yeah, so both of us remembered this, and I don't remember where I saw this, but I remember being like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? So lo and behold, we went back and found it.
The Land Divers of Melanesia. Now, Melanesia is like right above, it's north of Australia, up around New Guinea way.
Yeah.
And it's called Melanesia. The guy
because they serve chicken Milanese.
Yeah, he got there, and that's the only thing they had. No, in 1832, right about the time this land we're on right now was being first parceled out to Europeans.
Sure.
Following the end of the Black Hawk War. About that time, there's a French explorer going through the South Pacific there, I believe. Is that right?
I believe so.
And
is it? Yeah.
Yeah. He finds this place and says, okay, Melanesia, because you know what that means? Island of the black people.
Yeah, melanin. Yeah.
That's how it translates or whatever. So he finds this place, names them fucking Black People Island, takes off. It's a weird place because anthropologists argue a lot to this day about exactly where the geographical boundaries are, what are the cultural boundaries. A lot of people just think it's,
what?
It's like a way broader thing, and it's not. It's one of those weird things of like
It's part of Papua New Guinea, right?
So like they had to classify everything, and it's kind of
Yeah.
weird. And it's like, well, why don't you just ask them what they're called? You know, but like you just no. We'll take care of
They're
the.
primitive primates.
So a lot of
It's like-
people argue that this is only a place. Like I read one quote from an anthropologist that was something along the lines, to paraphrase, was. We only think of this as a real place and culture because it has been discussed as one, but it's not really like we've just classified it and put it out there.
Sure.
So
That seems legit.
yeah, they're crazy tribesmen. Okay. And let's take a look at the beginning of this and we can kind of, if you want to throw
Alright.
that
Let
on.
me see.
Phoenix Films. And also, dude, listen to that fucking analog audio on
I know, I
tape,
love it.
dude. It's so nice. Anyways, you got the kids there. These guys do this thing.
Now, this is not land diving. What we're seeing here is
No, this is sea diving.
water diving.
Yeah.
And this
Just
is a little more
you can
normal.
keep it running. We can, because it's going to take a minute to get to. So this is just a
Yeah.
little intro I was going to show you guys. It's kind of jarring. So they have this ritual here that I had noticed that by now it's become a huge fucking tourist thing. So
Oh,
there's
for
big
real?
crowds of white people
yeah.
watching them do this now. Isn't that fucking weird? But it used to just be like two guys.
I mean, look at this. This is straight out of like the original King Kong movies.
Yeah.
This really is.
So this is a 1972 document or 73 documentary. They built these towers
Yeah, look
out
how
of
fucking
vines.
high this is.
Yeah. Out of vines and fucking whatever and logs.
Leaves.
I'm not much
Roots.
I don't have as much experience as Tom in jungle construction. But then look, so this guy goes up there, he's got one tied to his foot.
He's adorned with some sort of leaf.
Yeah. Now this is all very logical stuff. This is so they can have a better harvest.
Hey,
Look, he's
there's
just standing there
his
with a
cock.
boner, just like, yeah, he's fucking drinking it in. This is life, baby. This is
Yeah.
what we do.
But here's the weird part: is what are they gonna do?
Yeah. Kind of
I like the song.
yeah, the song is oh there we go.
Oh God!
So, dude, I remember getting this when we were teenagers and just fucking rewind, and just everybody just laughing our fucking asses off.
Yeah.
Then if you want to go to 2745 is where we're going to pick it back up. But let's see a couple more of those. But so this is what strikes me about this. You leave people alone to their own devices. You never know what they'll come up with, right?
No.
And what these guys came up with is literally what you just saw, and the whole game is the closer you can get to the ground or even touch the ground,
Yeah, he touched the ground.
the better. Now, what's interesting about this whole thing is you would think that it was some kind of like individual achievement involved or something.
Yeah, like a
There's
competition or something.
There's no status gained from doing it.
Yes.
As I was reading about this today, they don't have any individual status. It's a collective thing, and in fact, they're very like pointed about like even if you got up there to the top and then pushed out, there would be no shame. Then they don't shame anyone, and,
Yeah,
and
right.
nobody's like better than the others. But
Not
they're-
if I was there.
I know, yeah, we'd be fucking pissed.
Oh, dude, I would
It's like when
never let-
somebody wants to get down from a water slide. You're like, we
Oh,
all have to back down now,
Yeah,
you fucking idiot. Like,
or there's the high dive. Remember the high dive people that would like freak out? It's like, dude, it's water.
yeah, dude, just jump
You're
in
10
there.
feet up.
It is kind of scary on a high dive, but once you do it once, you're fine, you know. But so, wait, hold on.
That's all. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so anyways, they this is just like a collective effort that they make to fucking. It's a superstition, really, you know, and somewhat of a rite of passage. It's like.
Well, that's what it seems like.
The 12-year-old, 13-year-olds, they jump from a shorter platform. They do it too, but they jump from like 25 feet. These guys are like fucking 100 feet up, dude.
That was incredibly high.
So then, yeah, we'll pick it back up here and
Yeah, let's
and-
take a look. It's just odd. Okay, so yeah, here, let's play a little more of this and just look at a real medley of of fucking land dives.
Yeah. Well, there's not really as many as I remembered in here because I think I just remembered that I think we were
Probably
rewinding it over and
yeah.
over
Which,
again.
hey,
But
we could do.
it's funny in my memory. I'm like, oh, dude, it was just like a collage
Yeah.
of just dives.
Just people fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see this. So, oops, sorry, I turned it down.
But they whistle to encourage.
This is the women dancing beforehand to encourage the men.
No such thing.
Yeah, but this is a rite of passage. What do we have that's like
yeah,
this?
this is the thing. Is like we're talking about like
Look at how crazy this is.
yeah. First of all, wicker bungee cords.
Yeah.
This is and also ripped.
Oh, of course.
Fuckers. Imagine getting in a grappling match with one of these guys and just like it would be like fucking steel cord.
Just leave it playing while we talk. But
You know
yeah,
what I
go
mean?
ahead.
It would
Yeah.
be like steel braided cable grabbing an arm and just be like, what the fuck?
Now, here's what I'm confused about is, do I want to live like this or not? Because there's a part of it that when you're looking at this, you're like, man, nobody's giving them fucking parking tickets. You know what I mean? Nobody's fucking with them.
They don't have to
There's
show up at a wedding.
property taxes. Fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, is this what we're supposed to be doing? Did we get off course by being too civilized and fucking building all this stuff? And you know what I mean? Because
Oh,
none of us are even
for
having
sure.
fun anymore. We're all
Well.
like, dude, I'm constantly bombarded by fucking weird radio waves and microwaves and
Yeah.
fucking things I'm supposed to do.
FEMA
and
alerts.
societal fucking requirements and all this shit and stuff. I'm like, maybe we just want this. I don't know. Is it?
Oh
or
man,
is it?
that kid just almost fell.
Or is it the worst possible way to live of all time?
or is
I
it
could
the
go
most
either way.
absurd thing?
Look at that. Oh, there you
Dude,
go.
you
Is it-
fucking hit your head.
yeah. This guy's good.
Oh, dude. what the fuck?
Dude, it's just, why are you doing? I mean,
Dude, but look.
but they
if
seem
you're-
like they're fine. Now, I don't believe this for a fucking second.
Yeah, you're fucking your brain's been bashed.
They claim
100%.
that there's never been a serious injury from this.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
like, come on, right?
Never.
They just hide. Yeah, I mean,
Never, even when they were just figuring it out, at the very
yeah. What about the
beginning.
first one? Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to this guy? Did you? Oh,
don't know yet.
We missed it. Sorry.
No, he hasn't gone yet. I don't think.
One guy
But that
just
guy
dropped,
just
but-
bashed his fucking head.
And where'd they get that knife? By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
who are you trading with?
Yeah.
Some fucking Frenchman came through.
I like
gave me
their,
that knife, and
I
now
like
you're
their-
fucking. You guys are building towers completely out of control.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I like their fake boners.
Yeah.
Those are some sweet cod pieces.
Now those gotta mean something.
Oh yeah, they mean they mean I'm fucking horny as shit. I'm about to jump off this thing and bash
Well,
my
but
skull.
like, dude, this kind of place, you don't have to worry about that. You just
No.
There's a wife assigned to you or
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. It's
you know what I
all-
mean?
or
It's like,
something.
yeah, just
or you
what-
just negotiate it with furs and leaves.
you buy one, right? Or whatever. Yeah.
And- Come on! Oh, he didn't come that
So
close.
as they
dude.
explain in here too, you can see
a fail.
no, what they say is that it's the combination. See how that like top piece of the tower like breaks away, so that
Yeah.
absorbs some of the shock.
All right,
the
let me
rope,
see.
Yeah, that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me see. Let me see his.
This is nuts.
The cranial impact.
Show it.
Show it, you fuck. Okay, he didn't hit his
Dude,
head. Oh,
he's
maybe-
out.
yeah,
dude.
he did. He
You're
did.
telling me that's not going to leave lasting damage, dude? Guy jumped off a building head first and hit the ground.
Yeah,
like
these guys are doing math at a lower level than Baltimore public schools.
so. Look, Melanesians, we're fucking onto you, okay?
Yeah.
This whole thing that they're putting out to the tourism board about this doesn't cause any serious.
Yeah, we
injuries,
know
like-
what's going on. Yeah. Hey, land divers, we're on to you. Radioville's calling you out.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of this or the top of it.
If any of you are in Melanesia listening to us now, just go spread the word. Radioville is fucking on the case, exposing
Yeah.
you right now. What do you?
Yeah.
But like, what is it that a lot of cultures have this though? I mean, it's a very human thing where that's a weird one. But
Yes.
the Native
Yes, it is.
Americans had that one where you would. What was the tribe that you would have to pierce your chest? and
Oh, that's the
stand-
Sundance ritual.
And so they'd have a ring pierced onto their chest, and they'd have to put it around like a pole, and they wouldn't be able to move for days on end. Or
Oh,
something.
this is not that one. The Sundance one is where you're pierced and hung by your skin by like these hooks.
Oh, okay.
My dad used to go to those actually.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he ever did it. But he would go to those. He would go to powwows, and they would have the Sundance rituals there.
Yeah.
And he would watch these guys just fucking hang from their flesh.
Yeah, people are weird, huh?
But again, I mean, but here's the
what
thing:
did we have though?
that
By the
we
time-
got nothing. That's why we're in constant angst
That's
for
why
no
we're
reason.
in a state of perpetual adolescence,
Yeah.
fucking pissed off all the fucking
Yes,
time.
that's what I was gonna say. Is maybe we do need some sort of rite of passage, and now. at this point, any sort of like rite of it used to at least be like say a gang, you get fucking beat in or V'd in or however you want to say. You know
there's
what I'm saying?
something like nice and down home about that.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
something about being like, fighting your dad or something. You know what I'm saying? Like getting to that point where you think you could challenge the old man and then he just beats your ass, punches you a couple times, and you're just like, oh fuck, all right, well I guess I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Look, every society pre modern age had some sort of male rite of passage, and a lot of them had both.
And then and that went like right up until us.
Yeah.
And then the
like-
world was like, no, everything has to be fucking safe. You
Yeah.
can't do anything. And there's fucking kidnappers everywhere, and everybody stay inside
Yeah.
and play video games.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
But like, what did we? Because there must be some kind of like at least subconscious replacement for that, And that was us going out and fucking fighting and stealing and whatever the fuck. But none of those are that good.
No.
I
I mean, some of them are pretty fun, but
like we had nothing that compares to something of that magnitude.
no,
you
not
know?
at all. No.
Right?
Yeah,
dude,
I mean, I don't think there is. Yeah, I mean, look. Let's think. I guess there was like the Southern traditions where, I mean, I don't know. I guess you went to war at fucking 16 usually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was just fucking wars.
Well,
and,
at one time-
and you were hunting. You had to like
That's
go
the
and,
thing.
and eat a heart of
That's
the fucking deer.
exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Drinking the blood and killing a fucking animal.
That's a rite of passage.
That is.
That's something that then you can grow up. We
Yeah.
never grew up because we never did anything like that.
Yeah.
Somebody should have taken me to the woods and made me fucking kill something.
Yeah.
Or do something. Jump off something. Do whatever. I don't know. Chop a fucking tree down. I've never done that in my life. Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I've done all this dumb. Not all of that. I've never. Yeah. I've chopped small. Yeah, I've used to chop trees.
No, I'm
down,
talking
for
about
sure.
a real fucking tree, dude. Like something that somebody would be mad about. Like, something like just a real fucking like 100-year-old tree. That's what I mean. Like
I'm trying to think.
with an axe.
I mean,
I want to do that now. Is it too late? Am I already cooked? Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
think you're fucked.
I'm just how I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is it.
Because that's what it does, right? I never put that together. That's what a rite of passage does. It allows you to proceed into adulthood. And we
Yeah,
just-
it's a challenge that you have to face, and and get build up the courage to do, and
Right.
then actually follow through with it. This is another thing is I don't like. One of the things that I feel like is really has held us back is this. It used to be that like most parents or parents of kids that were well adjusted made the kid follow through with shit that he started. Then it became this whole thing like, I don't have time for that, kind of like, just whatever. If you don't want to do baseball, then
Yeah.
but you started it.
I mean, but
I think
it's-
there's something to well, it's not that I think there's something, but there's definitely something to, being forced to follow through with shit that you initiate. And just being like, it doesn't matter if you want to. You made a commitment. You have all these people, depending on you.
Dude,
you have to do it.
One time I was mowing lawns when I was a kid. You know how you'd go around and knock on doors?
Oh, yeah.
And I go down the street. It's this real fucking hillbilly house. And I noticed
Okay.
that their lawn needed to be mowed. And I mean, there's like one of those confusing houses where the mom is like all like big and fat, but like only wearing a t-shirt or something.
Hot.
And then like, yeah. And then there's like 7 kids with like Kool-Aid all over them and shit and whatever.
Oh, yeah, the Kool-Aid kids. You
So-
always knew
Yeah.
somebody's status on the
Right.
social ladder by how much Kool-Aid their kids were stained
Or if they
with.
drink out of that can where they would just pop the fucking one side and pop
Oh,
the other
yeah,
side,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
The
like a
High
fucking
C can.
It's like a shared can of fucking High C. It was High C.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
if
it was,
but if there was
Oh.
only Kool-Aid stains on their face, it was one thing. But if it was on
That-
their also on their like cloth diaper and stomach
Like
and face and in their hair, then you're like, Jesus Christ, these guys. they
Kool-Aid
gotta
all
get
over
it.
your shins.
Yeah, and just dirt stuck in the Kool-Aid on your
Yeah.
hands and shit.
That
was always that was a very, very like an accurate denoter of social status back
Mm-hmm.
in the day.
So, anyways,
I don't know if that exists anymore.
family is like that, right?
Great people.
Yeah, and they I because I started to say like finishing what you started.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I ask if I can mow their lawn, $15. Yeah, sure. They say great, we need it done. Cool. Can you do the back too? Yeah, no problem. Okay. I didn't fucking look at their backyard, dude. When I got back there,
yeah.
it was like when you see like a fucking old like Victorian courtyard that's been like overgrown because it was had been a nice old Victorian house at
statues
one
with
time.
fucking
Dude, it actually
cherubs
pretty much
peeing in
was
a-
this. There was like like little fucking. It used to be like an ornate,
I love it.
And
Garden paths.
dude, this thing hadn't been taken care of in like years, and it was fucking, dude, it was giant. It was like an acre in my mind. I was like 10, but it was huge. And when I got back, I did the front, and I got back there. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And so I went home. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this. My mom made me go back, and she was like, here's a lesson to you. Next time,
Look.
know what you're agreeing to.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
agreed
yeah.
to this, and you need to go back and finish it.
And did you though?
Yeah, it was fucking
nice.
miserable.
How long
dude.
did it take you?
So I would say that built character, but it wasn't a rite of passage. I'd say I've built a lot of character, but I've not passaged any rites.
Yeah, maybe the first time you get a gun pulled on you.
Okay, there's something. First
You
time I
have to,
tried
like-
heroin.
Yeah, you have to like face down a pistol, and you're like, oh fuck.
Oh,
what
dude,
is
that
going
was a
on
rough
here?
one. Yeah, that's true. You know what? You do feel a little more grown up after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
or like,
Here's
or
the-
just any situation that you're just like in a hood where you know you don't belong.
Okay.
And you're about to be fucked up. Even if the gun isn't brandished, you know it's there. They've showed it to
Yeah.
you, and you're in a situation where you're like, oh fuck, I got to get out of this.
How about
I
that?
gotta
So
survive.
we're talking about white suburban rites of passage.
Yeah.
From our generation. That's a major one.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Go to the hood and back. Go fucking
yeah,
hang
go
out.
buy crack in the hood.
Or whatever. I used
Or
to just
PCP.
have friends that lived in the ghetto that I worked with, and I would
Sure.
just dumb enough as a teenager to be like, yeah, I'll go.
Oh, yeah, I
you
used to
know?
hang out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
So there's a rite of passage for a
Yeah.
suburban white, right?
Yeah,
we were
I think so.
I don't wonder if a lot of black people know how like proud we are when we go
Oh,
to,
they know,
when we
dude.
go to their
I
neighborhood
think
and
they
then
fucking. I think they ham it up a little.
and then we come back and like tell
You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
like,
They're
dude,
hey, let's
yeah. Yeah, I do.
give them a show.
That happens 100%.
100%.
100%. Because they'll always make, and I don't know, I never could get a bead on exactly how genuine this move is, but you know what they always like, if you're like, oh, I got to run outside for a minute, well, I'm coming with you.
Yeah,
And then they fucking watch
yeah,
around
yeah,
and stuff, and it's like, it feels like a bit of an exaggeration
Yeah.
sometimes, but like, and then you always have a guard, you know, and then like you can't walk, and then if I would want to leave and go back to the streetcar to go home. Fucking 3 people would have to walk me the entire way there, wait for the streetcar, and then you know like see me off and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
all right, Vinny, bro.
Yeah.
And later, guys. They would call me Screech when I was 18 in the black neighborhoods. I had like fucking huge curly hair and was like 125 pounds, and it just stuck. And so I was like known in the hood as Screech, which is kind of cool. That's a rite of passage, right?
Yeah, these
That's-
motherfuckers in Detroit when I lived there at some point tried calling me John Travolta, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
See, like,
no.
Okay,
no.
and that's
That's not happening.
Well, no, because
And also, it doesn't make any sense.
we all look alike to them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so everyone's like that, right?
Yeah.
But I was in rehab, this place called the Higgins House. All right. And so it was like when you would get in real trouble, you would like make up a drug problem. So
Yeah.
you could say I was doing it for heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Which I never really did. I tried heroin a couple times, you
Yeah.
know, but it was like maybe 5. And anyways, doesn't matter. So I got in trouble. Was like, there's this addiction fucking lie I can do to get out of this, you know?
Yeah.
And so you end up just in a very long fucking rehab and stuff and whatever. I'm like, whatever, dude, this is better than fucking being in jail for a month or whatever. So I'm at this place, and the only white guys were me and this dude who's a DJ,
DJ.
who like is actually like pretty big in that world. I can never remember his name, but I'll see his posts once in a while, and he gets like millions of views and shit and whatever. But like, anyway, this guy's in there, and just me and him are the only white guys. Everyone else is black as night.
Yes.
And so
Melanesian.
so the black lady that runs the place, who of course is a complete moron. The whole point is me and this guy look nothing fucking alike. He looked like very Jewish. He was like 40 pounds heavier than me. You know what I mean? We didn't dress the same.
Now,
didn't
Vinny,
talk
how
the
does
same,
one look
Didn't act
Jewish?
the same. Well, he was carrying a lot of money and fucking an iron mind.
like the Hungarian etchings of
Yeah, right. He was fucking constantly tucking like a tail behind him and stuff, like
actually,
brushing off his scales. But no, guys,
Now,
come on.
let's come
Yeah,
on. That's
yeah.
a joke of how idiotic and intolerant past societies were when it came to the tribe.
Right.
Now, go on.
So, anyways, this fucking dumb lady that runs this thing, sure enough, one day goes, which one are you again? I get the two of you confused all this. I'm like, we're nothing alike. And I was like, what, you can't understand? Like, do you?
He only speaks Yiddish.
I said something. I said something about like, don't you think that's kind of racist? We're the only two white people in this entire program. You can't tell us apart.
You can't remember both of us.
And everybody started laughing because the idea of like being racist towards a white person was so fucking hilarious to them. You know what I mean? I was being serious. I was like, dude, we're nothing alike. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alex was his name. Anyways, Alex
DJ Alex
Zelenka. I think that's his name. I'm gonna look him up. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, he would probably love that.
Yeah, DJ Alex Balenka.
Yeah,
Coming
like
at
that.
you from fucking rehab.
Yeah.
Part of the tribe or not part of the tribe, nobody knows.
No, I never found out. So anyways, where the hell did we get? Because we were talking about rites of passage. And so if anybody,
Well, I guess rehab, and see, that's the thing is rehab's an excuse for a lot of people, and it's like you got like that whole joke from fucking.
I was there for a fake drug problem.
That's what I mean, and a lot of like parents, it was just a
They'd
way
be
to
like,
act like they were doing something about their kid being a shithead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, it was just like, well, I tried everything. No, you didn't. You haven't talked to him. You don't act like he is alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're so consumed with your fucking nightlife and your you know what I mean, your fancy cars
And then
your,
a whole
and your
generation's-
burgundies and your port wines.
A whole generation's fucking rites of passage become going to the black neighborhood. And
which was great.
Trying drugs.
Which
and-
also sucks because that just means that black neighborhoods are unsafe.
Right.
Which is another problem.
Yeah.
That needs to be addressed.
What if they knew how we would talk to our friends when we got back from there, and you'd be like, guys, dude, you would not fucking believe what was going on around here.
I just played it cool.
Just like Friday. It was crazy. I remember saying that, dude, when I was 18 to like, I would call my friends back in Illinois, and I'm like in the New Orleans, like deep ghetto. I was like out there, man. I was off the map. And so I remember like telling my friends like, dude, it's like just gushing about all the things.
It's
I'd
insane.
seen.
It's exactly like it's
there's a car just in the side of a building.
Yeah,
Fucking bullet casings everywhere, and like people just walking around, open market drug selling. You go buy cigarettes one at a time. It's
loose
cigarettes. I don't know why we're doing it, but we're just something to do, I guess.
They were a quarter at the time.
They
when I was in
were
Detroit.
a quarter.
Yeah,
I believe,
a quarter
when I
for a
was-
smoke.
Yeah.
And I remember that's the first time I had ever heard the term a solid. Or a loose quarter, or like no, what was it? You got a
Lucy.
solid. You got a solid quarter. That's what people would ask. You got a
Oh,
solid
really?
quarter?
I think they just called them Lucy's in New Orleans.
No, the cigarette. But I'm saying if somebody needed a quarter, they'd be like, "Yo, you got a solid quarter?"
Why solid?
Because it wasn't like 2 dimes and a nickel.
Oh,
Because they wouldn't take
they
change.
you
They
got a solid
like you want a
quarter?
loose cigarette, you need a fucking quarter. I'm not taking your bullshit change, pennies and shit. So they'd only take quarters. And so these motherfuckers would be like, "Yo, man, you got a solid quarter?" And I'd be like,
I can't get one of them
Why do you
fragmented
need-
quarters, all right?
Yeah.
Like, what I'm supposed to do? Fuse this shit together myself?
Hey, Travolta, you got a solid quarter?
Yeah, right.
Like, the fuck, man?
They always had a nickname us
I just
back
be like
then.
this.
I think
Fine.
From what I see on the internet, doesn't it seem like black kids and white kids are way less like we were so different back then. Like you didn't live in the same places.
Oh, it's-
we didn't
yeah.
really interact as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
now they seem
definitely-
like they all are just
They're all
like,
kind of on the
hanging
same
out
page.
together. That's
Yeah,
cool.
black-
though.
it's
It's
cool.
good,
Yeah,
though, right? Yeah,
it's cool. I remember when I first started seeing like the rocker kind of trends going into the black.
You see a black guy
communities.
wearing a metal shirt.
Yeah,
you're like,
metal shirt and
"What?"
like torn jeans.
Now they just
skinny
do it
jeans
just to
and
fuck
shit.
with us, I think.
Yeah,
I
now
don't
it's
know.
everyone's fucking.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking with us, I believe. All right, let's look at a couple. You got a solid quarter.
I gotta stop starting my sentences with they when we're having racial
Yeah.
discussions. So like, here's the thing about them guys. I'm not trying to be fucked up here, but Jesus.
No. No. Let's look at a couple of. Okay, so guys, when we go to break this time, we're gonna play a little clip from us, but then we're gonna play a full few minute clip on the tail end of that, so that you guys can see it in its entirety. Because a lot of people don't like when there's an actual clip that we're trying to talk about, that we have to start and stop it because we're trying to discuss parts of it.
Yes,
but
so-
this one is a few minutes, so we're
To
gonna-
reiterate, you'll see
Yeah.
us for a few minutes. Then after
then-
that, you'll see another guy talking. When we get back, we're talking about the stuff that guy's talking about.
Yeah, and then we'll go
Okay?
through the video, and it'll be you'll understand. But Yeah, why don't
What do you
consider?
You got to read
be
the
a
comments
serious
fully out loud
injury? For real, oh my God, that looks terrifying. We shall dive into this subject. Guess who that was?
I don't know. I tell
The king of the goddamn puns.
Like I said, though,
Rich Lowe.
everyone is supposed to be changing their fucking profile names to just their normal fucking names.
Yeah, you sons of biscuits.
Middle initials also, and capital. Don't be lazy. Capitalize
Yeah,
properly.
Proper
and-
punctuation.
Yeah.
We're going to need all of that. We're going to need, you know what, put your social security. Go ahead and put your social security number down on there and maybe an address, current address. Anyways, we'll get into that.
Oh, I wanted to bring up too. My sister commented, "I'm glad you guys think it's funny because it wasn't funny at the time." I know it's not funny, and I'm not happy about
I
it.
know.
But if we're gonna talk about it on the show, it has to be entertaining. But like, dude, no, it's not.
Also, it's insane.
It wasn't a funny situation. It can be anything can be funny looking back, I think.
Yeah.
But
but
like,
it's less funny to the people around you, actually.
yeah.
It really is.
No, but I just want to say I'm not like making light of it. I understand.
No,
I'm
no.
not supposed to go crazy.
Yeah. yeah.
No,
All
but
right.
and I made light of it then. Now I'm not from now on. Okay. We'll be-
Yeah, here's you that night.
yeah.
Yeah.
That could have happened. Anyways. Whoa.
Yeah,
Sorry.
give him that
Fucking
fucking
little
music.
slip
All right.
of the finger there, guys. Sorry.
We're gonna
right,
leave
going to
you
break.
here.
Be right back.
Going to break. Shit. And then I have been doing back on carnivore, so I haven't eaten anything but grass-fed beef, salt, and water for like fucking months now. And I haven't drank alcohol.
Now,
the
let me
whole
tell you
time.
something too. Tom's been acting like a real carnivore lately. Seems to have
Yeah.
accentuated some of your finer
Also,
traits.
I've also been lifting. I've been like consistently
Yeah.
five days a week lifting in the gym.
Tom's like, here's what I'm doing. I'm eating it.
No nut.
I'm eating the diet of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I'm increasing my testosterone in every way. And by the way, not drinking. And now I'm like, oh no, this is great. This is exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted. Is for Tom to become like more aggressive and intense, and to really gain that confidence that he lacked before.
It has been, yeah. It's I have to figure out. Well, I do have one way to take
Oh,
the
it's-
edge off, and it's just weed.
Absolutely wonderful. Game of Fortnite, you feel like you're in the actual military. Tom's fucking screaming at everyone. This is why I fucking told you guys, you don't get separated. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Sorry, it's a game. It's cartoon people running around. It's-
Like, dude, I'm
He's
out.
like,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Then he
That's when I
leaves.
Rage quit.
Everybody feels bad.
Yeah. Sorry, by the way.
So that's
I
been,
make
yeah.
my apologies, but yeah, it hasn't been great for anyone around me. I think, except I mean, look, I've gotten a lot of shit done.
So an all beef and water diet. That's it. For how long?
I mean, I started it going into July, so you know, but I'm doing it for the foreseeable future. I don't know, whatever. We'll see.
Now this is like a hard restart for your entire.
Exactly. It
system.
basically there's a whole massive community out there that like if you go on Facebook and go to carnivore groups, there are thousands and thousands of people that are like, I got rid of.
Just screaming at each other.
It is a pretty aggressive room.
putting their addresses in to fight and shit. Like,
Yeah, it is actually there's a lot of fucking yelling and
Oh no, but yeah,
For
that's
sure.
very. See now in my rare berries and fruits group that I'm in, very very peaceful.
everyone's asleep
Rare-
at their keyboard.
Rare and soothing berries.
Yeah.
Well, no, and that's the truth of it. We're like the odd couple here, is because I'm just eating bananas and carrots pretty much, and
He really
whatever,
is. He'll come over
grapes.
here. We'll be like doing an office day. He'll come over here with a fucking thing of hummus, a carrot, 2 carrots,
A cucumber,
a
maybe.
cucumber. But then,
Hey, you know.
But here's the thing: is Vinny doesn't eat it. Like, he doesn't slice these up. He fucking just takes the cucumber and dips it into the hummus and eats the whole thing as one big chunk.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
then
like
as you do it, it smears the cucumber water into the hummus, liquefying the hummus.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. When you get to the point of where eating is just purely like utilitarian,
yes.
then you just stop caring, and it's like, well, normally a bunch of cucumber water in a basin would fucking like
Yeah,
gross
no.
me out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I just see it as like ones and zeros.
Yeah, Yeah, just get it
nutrients.
in, get it in.
Boom,
Yeah.
whatever. It's fucking.
Yeah, I actually exclaimed today when I finished the rest of my meat.
Tom, yeah,
I
no, you
exclaimed,
guys
I was
don't.
like-
This is not.
I was like,
this
dude,
is not
I'm
an exaggeration.
Done eating for the day.
Yeah, no,
I
this
said.
is not an exaggeration. He doesn't eat anything else. Every time I'm here, he eats a sheet of meat, and it's like not even good. It's just fucking, it's just greasy, dumpy meat in a dirty bowl. I don't think he even washes the thing anymore. Yeah, I knew it.
I don't. I don't want the microbes, boy.
Yeah, right. It's a culture at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah. And he's like,
I'm becoming cultured.
I saw him fucking tuck a wing back in under his fucking shirt the other day. It's getting real creepy.
Yeah. Starting to get a little concerned
a little
myself.
fucking flyish. He's like you're going through some kind of real insecty transformation.
Yeah.
He's
I
like-
will also say this: greasy. Mm-hmm. I am shiny beyond belief half the day.
yeah, he's like
So that's nice.
he's like an Italian in the 30s before they even gave a shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
true form.
Right, yeah. Before they
before
reached
they
their
had the-
final form
Yeah,
of like Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Before they had the tan, laundry, gym shit.
Yeah, he's Bronx, late 30s, no
Yeah.
air conditioning.
You could see me
fucking-
coming down the block with just the glint. You're
Right,
like,
yeah.
Something just caught my eye. Oh, it's Tom.
Normally, he'd be carrying
That's greasy Tom.
He'd be carrying a baguette or two or a fucking bag of peaches. But
Nah,
no,
dude, some
just
fucking
he's got
supersat.
like one of those Fred Flintstone things of meat on his shoulder.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just sheets of greasy meat, and then whatever.
Pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsey Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? Next victim. Star pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsey Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked another, in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work? I'm going to his house Wednesday, she said. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. Then, after the first time we met, net worth is 51 mil, she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response. But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said. Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million, read another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, you got to get this bag. I'll give you 50,000, Lindsay replied. Her AA sponsor asked her at one point, do you feel a tiny bit guilty? Not really, she replied. Since then, her legal team has approached me multiple times about coming to a financial settlement. But, as I have done since day one, I refuse to pay her even a single cent. In August of 2021, Lindsey Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsey Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It was taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us. After hearing the evidence available to her, Judge Diana Gold Saltman found that Lindsey Hill had misled the court. She found her claims to be materially misleading. She denied her request for a domestic violence restraining order, and she found that no sexual assault or non-consensual conduct took place. Now, some of you might not know about restraining order hearings. I know I didn't, but I've since learned that it's extremely rare for a request for a restraining order to be denied because the standard of proof that you need to obtain one is extremely low. So you can make of that what you will. The fact is, I was never arrested. I was never charged with a crime, and I won the only legal proceeding that took place without my side of the story even being heard. And most importantly, as I've said from day one, I never sexually assaulted Lindsay Hill, or anyone else for that matter. So I sued her, which prompted her to countersue me. Quite frankly, regardless of the outcome in court, I've paid significantly more in legal fees than Lindsay Hill could ever pay me in her entire life. And I knew that would be the case going in. But the lawsuit was never about the money for me. It was the only way for me to obtain critical information to clear my name. The discovery process in that lawsuit recently concluded, at which point Lindsay Hill's legal team again came to us with another proposal to resolve the case. This time, however, they weren't seeking any money from me. Having received much of the information that had been hidden from us, a small portion of which I've referenced here, I was willing to agree to the terms proposed. Both parties would drop their respective lawsuits, and neither of us would pay either side any money. I also retained my right to speak publicly about the case, something I have not been at liberty to do since June of 2021. So, as of today, both lawsuits have been settled. Now, over the last 2 years, I've been forced to defend my integrity and my reputation in a very public setting. But hopefully this is the last time I have to do so, as I'd prefer to just remain focused on doing my job, winning baseball games and entertaining fans around the world. So today, I'm happy to be moving on with my life.
Okie doke. So, huh?
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Who the hell was that guy?
Who is he?
I thought he was a football player.
No, he's a baseball player.
Dude, whoever he is, he got me fucking fired up about hot girls, though.
Yeah.
Because when I first watched that, I was like, this is typical fucking, this is what they're like. Now I'm sitting here, I got my fucking fizzly, cranbizzly fucking hibiscusy thing going on. I'm fucking ready to talk some shit. All right?
Yeah.
What did you guys think? Kind of an annoying story, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw this, now everyone saw that was on a tweet from Ben Shapiro, and his commentary was, wow.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, he's got to drive that ship fucking, that intellectual cruise ship he's on. It's just fucking cruising.
He's got a way with words. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, Jesus Christ, because I wasn't even fucking aware of this. But apparently, so that's Trevor Bauer, and
yeah, whoever that is. I haven't watched sports in so fucking long now. I don't know who anyone is.
I believe he's a pitcher for the LA Dodgers. And so the simple fact is, though, okay, so this woman, this is what, as we just saw, this woman accused him of sexual assault, of sexual abuse.
By the way, she couldn't have been worse at planning a crime.
God.
I mean, this is the thing. That's when I saw this dude, and I might have a certain bias in this regard, but all I could think is like, this is just fucking hot girl syndrome run rampant. And that's the way they behave, not all to this degree, but literally she thinks she's fucking invincible. And she thinks she can, this is like, we're going to fool the guy. We're going to get what we want. And he can't, and I'm just going to use my tits and we're all going to fucking whatever. It's just like, dude, I mean, like, they're not all that bad. You know what I mean? But like,
no,
to me, this was just like, so I'm like, yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all. Like, of course,
Next.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So the fact that, okay, so a few things. The fact that her legal team suppressed and hid this information that eventually exonerated him is concerning in many ways. But the main way is that had they not been able to get that in discovery for this next case, because he, you know what I mean? That was the whole thing, is like the original case this wasn't presented. He was not aware of these texts being available and all of this shit.
Yeah.
So had he not done his due diligence and been a smart person to begin with, or his legal team or whatever, however that happened, because that doesn't, imagine he's not a fucking MLB pitcher. And he doesn't have, and he's using a fucking public defender or something. They don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you're just run up the river as a fucking rapist and you didn't do anything.
What's fucking crazy to me too is that things are still set up in the way that, like, he's gonna pay out the nose to clear his name, which is very odd to me that it's that fucking expensive to, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, what are we doing, you know, in the legal system and all of that, where it's like, dude, how can you pretend that has any legitimacy when like something this clear, cut and dry? Why? How absurd is it that the way the system is run and the way that it works, that he needs to spend that much because it's like, well, they're hiring a bunch of real fucking liars and they make a lot of money lying.
Yeah.
They're real good at lying.
Really good at it.
So like,
and if she bilks him, no, she was like texting the people like net worth 51 million. Like obviously anyways, she's just trying to extort money out of him. But at what cost? At his public image, you know, the complete cost of his character being assassinated.
right.
Now, actually, let's look at being involved in a court case and not being allowed to talk about anything related to it is fucked up. Meanwhile, everyone could say whatever they want about you. That's what I was going to say, and there are parallels to what's going on with Russell Brand right now, where he's being accused anonymously over, you know what I mean? Now, another thing is this woman did this on her own accord. The mentality is out there. This whole idea of, you know, of sweeping sort of believe all women mentality that swept through America during the Me Too and that sort of block of time.
Yeah.
That, I mean, always was ridiculous on its face to me, and most logical people like believe all women. What are you talking about?
Well,
There's terrible people that are women.
It's how we always do everything. Like I've talked about this before, man. Like, you know, if you're from like partying circles back in the day and this and that, you know that like women being sexually abused was a massively under-discussed issue for many, many years.
For sure.
And then it's like, so some logical people were like, dude, we got it. Like, how everybody knows, you know, shitty things have happened to like fucking
Absolutely.
half the women you know.
Yes,
you know?
100%.
And so it was definitely something that needed to be addressed, but then it's like, that's how we do fucking everything. So the way of addressing it is half the country says
absolute overcorrection.
well, it's like, yeah. Well, no, it's both because it's half the country says now everything is rape, and the other half goes, there's no fucking such thing as rape.
Yeah, because of things like this. And that's the thing is what a lot of women were saying at that time is like, you're discrediting legitimate people by making it so absurd that you should just believe anyone that accuses anyone of anything because of their, you know, genitals. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's all absurd.
But yeah, so another few things is who's the other fucking she texted some other Major League Baseball player and he was like, "Oh, get that bag." He said the same shit. Like
that was another baseball player?
Yeah, like who the fuck is that? If anyone who knows that guy now, you got to be that guy's got to be fucking completely ostracized, right?
Man, it's a bunch of psychos in sports.
You
right?
I guess,
I
yeah.
mean, to get to that level, dude, that's one of those things. It's like, you know, like famous musicians, people are always like, that guy's like an ass. It's like, no, well, I mean, do you know what he had to do to get here? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's that world. I think they're all fucking psychos, probably.
Yeah,
that's
my
guess.
I suppose so.
You know, I don't know. They look unhinged, a lot of them.
Yeah,
you know?
but I think that's such a dangerous fucking precedent that we've already set. I remember talking about this ad nauseum when it surfaced. Was Cardi B was almost celebrated for admitting that she drugged and robbed people in her stripper days.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, how the fuck? This is not. Like if you're talking
and then conversely, dude, all right, in our current climate, so like that is somehow something that's like kind of just brushed over. I know a lot of people don't let it go, but still, for the most part, by the mainstream, it's brushed over. But then if you had a guy who like maybe lied to a girl to get her to sleep with him, he would be universally
he's
outcast, and that should show you the disparity right there. The fucking massive difference in the you know in the severity of those two things, but flip the gender and you know I'm right. You know, it's
and also I remember when this was all first sort of starting to boil under the beneath the surface was when the universities started having their own like little kangaroo courts about sexual assault, and there was a bunch of cases that were shown to they were alleged against people that didn't even exist. Like saying that these guys did something to a person that didn't exist. There was a handful of them that I knew of personally, but the idea started to be that no matter what, you know, if two 18, 19-year-old kids were at a party and then they ended up banging later, that the next day or 3 days later, if the girl regretted it, it was now sexual assault. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That
like,
was one of the things
you're taking agency away from women and acting like they can't make a decision by themselves. That to me, that's like A, insulting as shit.
Right.
If I'm a girl, and B, ludicrous to try to get young boys in fucking trouble for doing something that everyone's always been doing and is totally consensual.
Right.
And this is where it fucking leads, is to then...
Well, the entitlement of thinking like, well, this thing is so stacked in my favor.
Yeah,
when I said hot girl syndrome, either they don't live it earlier. They don't live in the same world as us. People are fucking nice to them everywhere they fucking go. Other women might kind of hate them.
Oh, yeah,
but they get whatever the fuck they want. Like literally, like there's hack jokes about it and stuff, but I forget who had the joke that's like, if a hot girl wants to be on a boat, she'll just say, I want to be on a boat, and then she'll be on a boat.
Yeah.
And that's a hilarious. It actually is kind of a funny joke because that that's so easy to envision. But that's what their life is like, and they walk around. They've had the leverage in any relationship with any man in their entire life for their entire life. Man. Well, man, there's some of us hombres are no, I'm fucking ruined to be. But you know what I mean? They don't live in the same world. They think they can do whatever the fuck they want sometimes, and rightfully so, kind of. You know?
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. They have something that men want.
Yeah.
But the idea.
The only thing, isn't that crazy that you could have billions of dollars, you could have anything, but it's just like a naked lady?
Yeah. Or
you could have a spaceship and it still wouldn't be shit without a naked lady there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's not even a naked lady. It is like, it's the approval of a hot chick. You know what I mean? It's not like rich men can have prostitutes. It's not the same thing. I've actually seen a study that like back in the MK Ultra days, when they first were tweaking all of that, they were starting to use prostitutes to try and get information out of politicians and businessmen and things like this.
That's how it works.
They started realizing that it wasn't, because their original thought was when you're getting close to climax, then they would start trying to get information out of you. And they realized that isn't their only concern at that point was the hormonal release, but it was the afterglow period where they knew that the prostitute would normally just be like, okay, I got to go because they're going to hustle and they're going to go make more money. If the prostitute made like, oh, you were so good, I'm going to stick around for a couple extra hours. Now they started divulging information because now they felt like they were like this acceptance from this person that they didn't think was, you know what I mean, should typically be there. You know what I'm saying? So so I think it's more not even the fact that it's a hot girl. It's like this acknowledgement and acceptance by that. But my other point was that environment that has been created by this whole, you know, sort of women are good, men are bad narrative is now you have every unscrupulous, diabolical bitch out there that will be now know, like, I can just do this shit. You know what I mean? At least at one point they'd be like, you know, maybe this isn't the best idea. You know, there were barriers to these scam sort of, you know, you had to be a ballsy person. Like this, I mean, I guess this chick was pretty ballsy, also fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah. You can't
Lindsay Hill. Come on. What are you doing, man?
Texting your whole plan like a reverse Bond villain.
Yeah.
Just fucking here's the evidence.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I think, these are dangers that are created or not created because they're already there. There are already people that will do this, but it's given people, you know, a certain license to be brazen about it. Like, and here's the other thing is like, what happens to her now? It was all fake. She doesn't get processed. There's no punishment. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I mean, yes, socially there will be, you know, she'll be stigmatized, but who's going to remember who the fuck Lindsay Hill is in 2 months?
God damn it, we will.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
I'll fucking scratch it into my torso with a paperclip later. Full Cape Fear on this bitch.
Oh my God. You should.
But you know, the whole point is if you're a woman and you're watching this, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, she ruined it for everyone.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Is Lindsay Hill ruined it for all women.
I mean, one bad apple, you know. I mean,
yeah, spoils the bunch.
Look, yeah, I've been talking shit about like all of women for like 20 years because of like 3 of them.
Yeah, that slighted you.
Yeah, right.
As a child.
Yeah, just like
I guess that's another rite of passage, being fucked over by a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But then
it's not, actually.
because you don't really get anywhere. Yeah,
No,
you just
you just sulk.
wallow and fucking turn back into an infant.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Question everything about yourself for fucking
Right.
2 months.
Just fucking rolling around and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, guys, quit being such fucking idiots. That's another thing.
That's how we're programmed, though, too. It's just all biology. It's just,
There is no biology. Men and women don't exist, so whatever. You know, we've got that.
hot takes like that every week. 8 o'clock Wednesdays. Tune in. Hey, if you're here and you're new and you haven't done it and you're enjoying the show, please follow the channel.
Yeah, follow the channel.
That's cool.
Give it a
I
follow.
don't know why it's not
We're new on
happening.
Rumble, but it's
Yeah. Anyways,
all
but yeah,
good.
hot girl syndrome, run amok. She's in trouble now. But there should be, if there's, dude, okay, if drunk driving is a crime,
yeah.
that should be a crime.
Oh no, that
You
should
know,
be
just on the scales of justice, say. You know, it's about, it's like, which way is more?
There has to
You
be
know?
some sort of equilibrium to to this.
Yeah. So, anyways, she should go to prison
Forever, to be honest.
and get locked up. And
All right, now how about this next story?
transition time.
Yeah, let me see here.
Oh, yeah, this is funny, right?
It was bizarre, and we sort of came across another one of these at a different time. I'm just trying to find a good fucking. It'll be fine. Let's take a look at this because so this was a story I came across, and it was a proposed HIV memorial sculpture. That,
yeah.
it was. And
Okay.
you know what? I'm just gonna do full screen. But it was a HIV memorial sculpture that was proposed,
By
and
who?
then some activist group, I'm sure. But
Nah, I mean,
so the plans had gone forward and were okayed. So they were going to start getting into construction of this.
okay.
Then people started, like the public started seeing this, and well, we could take a look at the story as it unfolded. Let's do this. So
Are we watching
it was
the news?
A proposed HIV sculpture slammed over its resemblance to a body part. Yes. So let's take a look at where's the
Yeah.
actual story.
It looks,
no, I thought this was a video.
it looks like a pursed mouth, kind of.
Yeah, so the proposed 9-foot sculpture to memorialize the victims of the HIV and AIDS pandemic, with an expected cost of approximately $500,000, designed by Southern California's Coachella Valley-based artist Philip K. Smith. Now, don't be so close to Philip K. Dick. Has generated considerable ill will regarding its concept design. After initial approval by the Palm Springs City Council, the Palm Springs AIDS Memorial Sculpture Task Force. All right, first of all,
Yeah.
how many
what was that?
fucking
Hold on.
bloated
Palm Springs-
government agencies do we need involved in every single thing?
You had to like found a fucking.
There's a task force.
Like a bureaucratic, wing for this. Like, what is it again? The
it's the
Palm Springs AIDS Memorial Sculpture Task Force. Well, it's good to have on your fucking resume. You know?
I mean, I was
Looks
on
like-
it myself at one point, and it has really blown up my career in ways you wouldn't imagine.
And by the way, don't be cute with this next part, which was tasked with fundraising to erect
the sculpture, yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
You could have said Bill.
Yeah, who wrote this?
You
Let me
could have
just
said-
see again.
You could have said, you know what you should.
Oh, this is Brody Levesky.
You should have said to sculpt the anus.
Yeah,
That would've
to
been better.
erect the sculpture has been met with pushback by residents and others who have taken exception to the design of resembling a donut with ridges on it. A local news station, TV3, reported that in addition to the concerns about the abstract nature of the sculpture, some residents have raised eyebrows over its perceived resemblance to a certain body part.
Well,
That being,
but it turns out this guy is just trying to shame people and like, this is the part that got you sick, right here.
yeah.
Like,
well, it's just an odd. Okay, here.
what is it fucking? What do they say it's supposed to be? Because it's obviously just an asshole in this.
yeah, it's
somehow a joke or
it's
something.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Oh, here we go. Here's a story. Let's watch TV3.
Okay.
Why not?
Being raised about an AIDS memorial planned for downtown Palm Springs. Right now, the sculpture is planned to look like this. These pictures you're seeing here. Some people don't like it. News Channel 3's Jake Rossi live in the studio with more on the controversy.
He
and
has like a
possible changes
sleepy
in
newscaster
response.
voice. It's old fashioned. I like it. Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see if I'm gonna get a better screen for this so that we can actually see this fucking video.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little better. All right.
Jake.
And John, it is a 9-foot sculpture plan for a Palm Springs
This, by the way,
park
hold on one
meant to
second.
remember
Yeah.
lives
Do you know
lost
how
to
bad
HIV.
this fucking old guy hates working with this fairy? Like, he's
Yeah.
like, I've been in broadcasting for
and this
60
guy's
years.
like, "Hey-o."
And he's like, hey guys. He's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Go back to that transition again.
Yeah.
And just like,
Jackie.
Dude, he's just.
Jake, or
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
He's just sitting there like, yeah, 50 years in the business and you stick me with a fucking fruitcake. You know, just in inner monologue. Because he says fruitcake or something like that.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got like an old fucking.
Oh yeah,
Response to those concerns. Jake.
And John, it is a 9-foot sculpture plan for a
Hey,
Palm Springs
John.
park meant to remember lives lost to HIV and AIDS. But the design
Yeah, well,
doesn't
they'll be
resonate with
scratching your name in
everyone.
there before
In
long,
fact,
pal.
Some call it
Ooh.
inappropriate, and the committee in charge says they are now listening.
Yeah, now
It's
look
the
at this
proposed
thing.
AIDS memorial sculpture, raising
would you-
hundreds of thousands
AIDS
of dollars in the
memorial.
community and stirring up controversy over.
Look at this thing.
And the fucking NAMBLA ad that goes with it, apparently. There's a man holding a child's hand
Yeah, what
between
is
two
this?
anuses. Like,
What, 2 anuses with a guy holding a little boy's hand?
dude, the news is fucking crazy.
This is insane. But why would you? What fucking world do you live in that you thought that a sphincter? This is literally a fucking sphincter. That is not. There's no other, especially in the context of an AIDS memorial.
Well.
But in any context, why would you be like, this is not going to look like a butthole? That's an asshole.
It must be on purpose somehow, right?
has to be.
It has to be. It even has the beginnings of like a hemorrhoid a little
It's
bit.
it's
you know what I
very
mean?
anatomically
Yeah.
accurate.
It's like very realistic too.
Yes. What the fuck were you
Its
thinking?
shape. The round limestone statue with concentric carved circles meant to represent the diverse community impacted by AIDS. Its eye
Yes,
level
like that
openings-
shadowy man and child holding hands between the two gay AIDSy anuses. This makes sense, right?
Yeah.
What? That's the community.
Also,
That-
this is
the
how you
community of
represent the
communi-
diversity. Is this? It's also a butthole. Like this
no,
one.
well,
is,
that's like a fucking like a robot butthole.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
yeah.
exactly what it is. It's a cyborg butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's AI asshole versus the organic.
We're just covering all their
counterpart.
bases. It's like, yeah,
Yes,
we're all going to be half cyborg by fucking 2030, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when the cyborgs start getting AIDS,
Yeah, that's
they're already covered.
That's whoever heard of a fucking piece of technology having a virus?
Yeah.
That would be fucking weird, right?
Yeah, we need McAfee back. McAfee.
Yeah.
All right.
He's probably
signifying
behind this.
connection, reflection, and hope. But it's not seen by everyone that way. Some saying it's too abstract.
It's really strained. I mean, this is almost like a piece of art looking for a purpose instead of the other way around. It could be about anything.
Oh, he felt really intelligent about saying that. He fucking had that pre-planned.
Yeah.
He's like, what could I say about this?
Also, we're,
It's almost like it's art that's searching for a purpose
Yeah.
instead of the other way around, if you know what I mean.
somebody
Like,
said that at some art
You've
opening that he fucking went to.
exactly.
That, that
Yeah.
was not his thought.
Fucking-
But also, village people, right? Like that guy was, he was a character. He was the biker.
I thought his voice was going to be crazier. I did. When it, before
Sure,
he
but I
started
mean,
talking.
it's
Yeah.
this is it is now Palm Springs, as we recall. We looked at it this like a long time ago. One of the highest concentrations of gay population in any place on in the country or on Earth, I think.
Palm Springs, huh?
Yeah, Palm Springs, Florida is like massively. Yeah. What was it? I forgot why we were looking at it back then. Probably to be assholes.
Oh, you did you? I think I could think of a few reasons you were probably in Palm Springs.
Yeah, I was just trying to make travel plans. But now I would never go there with this cyborg asshole.
No, this thing is out of control.
This is ridiculous.
That does look like it's going to start morphing and open into a portal. This is probably how
And
robots
as a
have sex.
consequence,
Yeah.
it's kind of about nothing.
There's also the view that it too closely resembles other things.
Oh,
You hear it
come
called the
on.
donut
Just
all the time.
say it.
Yeah.
The news is still playing the fucking Babe in the Woods
Yeah,
routine
yeah.
after all these years.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, we know you're adults. We're,
Yeah, kids aren't watching the news.
You kids are fucking saying the craziest shit you've ever heard about
Yeah,
this.
well,
They're
here's the
saying-
thing: is
so-
kids aren't watching the news; they're watching porn.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Dude,
who gives
yeah.
a fuck?
Who are you hiding
Who are
this
you
from?
hiding this
Yeah.
from? You, your grandma? Actually, yeah, probably your grandma, because that's the only people that watch Palm Springs news.
We can't say what it looks like.
can't say
but
asshole.
Some people think it's an anatomically inappropriate
And accurate wink.
Yeah, it's oh my god.
Called the donut all the time. You hear it called, the word we can't say on camera, all the time.
What?
For some on social
You
media
can't.
and
Oh,
beyond,
hold on a
the
second.
design-
Actually, you can say anus. I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
I'm very sure of that.
pretty sure it says it in this article. Up
You
here.
can't just start fucking going off about gay AIDS-y
Yeah.
assholes like
Here-
I was, but like.
The Blade Los Angeles definitely said it because look at it. It says after negative public input, including several uncharitable contributions on social media, comparing it to a human anus. Yeah, so
Yeah, you can do
obviously
it.
we could say it, and
Look,
people,
it's been printed type
yeah,
and distributed to the proletariat so that it may empower them further. We'll have to put a stop to this.
and beyond, the design resembles an inappropriate body part on the rear end.
Okay, I mean, if you're gonna say that, you know what I mean? Why do they have to be so weird?
Why didn't I get high for this? God
I don't
damn
know.
it!
But like, if you're gonna fucking say rear end, anyways,
Yeah, a part on the rear end. Which
why-
part on the
can
rear
you
end?
believe this is going on in like a society that's supposedly not any longer run by puritanical like overlords?
Well, the
You
other
know?
thing is like you have
Oh.
celebrated fucking loose morals in pop culture and in every facet, really. That's like a major point of contention between conservative or like Christian conservatives.
Yeah, the news will have T-Pain on to make pancakes or something, but they
Yeah.
can't say anus.
They can't say asshole.
Yeah, they'll have fucking T.I. come on and
Also,
and
they should have made this look.
make a muffalata sandwich.
If you're
How
going to
about
make
that?
a butthole sculpture, make it tighter. You know what I'm saying? This is already sort of, as the kids would say, sprung.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. This is the post-coitus anus.
Yeah, that's what this
Of a
is.
man who has just contracted the deadly HIV virus.
It's a glazed donut, if you will.
That's what it is. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
it's a gape.
it's a slight gape.
Yeah.
Memorial looks like a graphic depiction of the backside of a human being.
The memorial
Backside.
is privately raising
Boy,
funding to
they're
put it up.
really
Also, but it
dancing around
doesn't.
it.
But it doesn't look like the backside.
Nope.
The backside of you is the ass.
The backside
or
looks
the
like
back.
a curved part with
Yeah.
a
That would
line
be
down the
two
middle.
cylindrical, half cylindrical things that would look like.
Yeah.
That's different. That's the backside. This looks like the asshole.
Yeah, like when you're talking about a girl's backside, you're not talking about her fucking anus.
Butthole.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
fucking check out the
Damn, she's
anus
got
on
a
that
nice
one.
ass.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
well, not that ass.
Right, yeah. Not that part. Until maybe later, sometime down the road with
different.
trunk, whatever, but all right.
Up at a 9-foot tall scale in the downtown park near the Maryland statue. Its expected price tag in the range of $500,000. The concern? That it could become the butt of a joke.
I can just visualize
Oh my God,
a
you know.
slew of potential social media posts making fun of something that is so important to our community.
In a letter to community members, the AIDS Memorial Task Force writing it is incorporating feedback they've received.
I like that guy's concerned. This whole thing is about AIDS, and he's like, his biggest concern is like, well, people could make fun of us.
Yeah.
We already make fun of you.
Yeah,
all the
everybody
time.
makes fun of everybody.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's not going to just be because you made a fucking butthole sculpture.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, yes,
this isn't even your
that is
fault. I don't
hilarious.
think.
Yeah,
You know, but
I'm not going to hold the fucking community to this.
right.
You guys do all kinds of fucking hilarious shit.
Yeah, what's he even talking about? We're making fun of the fucking statue.
Yeah.
I guess pretty insensitively.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
his
that's,
fault.
That's
It's
our
nobody
fucking
else's
business.
fault.
Nobody's listening to this.
Yeah,
You know?
nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna see this. Yeah.
Foul. There we go. Yeah, we haven't tried a lot of these out. Hey, what
do you got?
Were you gonna move on? Are we finishing this? Or
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
I just think it's-
we don't need to finish this. We
No, we
the
get
news.
what-
The news is fucking pissing me off, anyways.
Yeah, and
You know what
also
I mean?
we weren't gonna, and nobody's gonna make fun of AIDS. Nobody's. This is not gonna. It's gonna.
I mean,
you have been.
yeah, I have been the whole time. So what the? are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't like this bleep. Let's vote on the bleep in the chat.
Yeah,
I
go
say
ahead and throw out some votes.
One
made it the butt of a joke. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
1 is you like the bleep. 2 is never touch it again. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that bleep like, guys? What else do we have here tonight? You know, here's another thing. I think I've had COVID for the last few days.
I know, me too. I think so. Me and David Box, who's of course my other brother-in-law, we're at our other brother-in-laws.
There's a lot of brother-in-laws.
Yeah, I think actually we're all brother-in-laws. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But so that's a crazy circle of guys, man. Bunch of fucking everyone there is each other's brother-in-law. That's weird. You know,
that's dumb.
I guess that's not that weird. I guess that happens all the fucking time. A bunch of husbands go to somewhere
if any
together.
two sisters get married.
Yeah, right. Okay, never mind. It seemed weird for a second. But yeah, he was looking kind of like fucking down and trodden and a little under the weather.
Yeah.
All right, who are they? They're saying, okay, we're getting 2. Yeah.
Never touch it again.
Okay. So, he looked a little shitty. So did I, and I didn't feel great. And I like at one point just whispered to him like, I think I might have COVID. He's like, yeah, me too. I'm like, let's not tell anybody.
Yeah, that's what it's come to,
dude.
Absolutely.
Because I realized after a couple of days, I'm like, because I was telling you last week, like I'm not sick because COVID never feels normal, sick, like a normal sickness. I've had it like fucking 3 or 4 times now because I just don't care.
Well, that's the thing is I wasn't even sure if I was sick. I'm like, something's weird. I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah.
That was it.
So this one, I've been like just dragged out all week with this weird kind of like simmering, just like allergy feeling and exhaustion and stuff. So yeah, but that's got it. It's like I wouldn't even qualify it as like even to the status
sick.
of a cold.
Yeah, I don't even think
like.
Literally all it was is I'd be feeling fine for 2 hours and then I'd suddenly be tired. And I'd be like, well...
Yeah, I think we had a little touch of the old Kovacs.
Yeah, we could have.
But it's not a big deal anymore, I don't think.
No, it's not even a deal.
It's not even a thing. It may not have happened. We could just be... we're just not taking good care of ourselves and didn't feel good. I don't know.
As fuck.
But it felt... Yeah, it had that weird synthetic feel to me.
Oh,
and,
gotcha.
I was like, I'm on to you.
Now, we have a bunch of things that we were going to get to, but we're already at almost 2 hours. What should we get to? What do we...
Let's do this thing, and then we'll get out of here. Democrat state senator is forced to pay restitution.
Yeah, who saw this? This was fucking hilarious to me.
Okay, after he was caught keying a car that had a Biden sucks sticker on it. Says his lack of self-control has impacted my reputation. Well, yeah.
Yeah, as it should.
I mean...
You're a fucking state senator.
This is the kind of...
And you keyed some person's car that you've never met. Yeah. Even if you'd met them, don't do that. You're also 70 years old.
You're behaving like a fucking pilled out suburbanite fucking zealot. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're supposed to be above this fucking behavior. But... Here you go. This is the story. What's the guy's name?
The guy's name is Joshua Miller.
Okay.
And actually, so here, check this out. I had watched this. This is where I first learned about this.
Oh, nice. There's video of
yeah. Now, this is like a 30-minute video, so we don't want to watch this. But these are the people that are, of course, yes, YouTube. But these are going to be the people that, have the scratch on the car. The cops were all talking to these guys, blah, blah, blah. And let me just see if I can take a look at the scratch. But honestly, the only thing I wanted to see on this was... here, let me see. Here's the scratch. You can see it there. Let me stop this for a second when he moves his hands. And because it's a sizable fucking scratch. It wasn't like he just did a little... It was like a fucking full... Here, let's see. That.
So this is the senator scratch.
Yeah, this is the scratch right here.
We're going to get to the bottom of the senator scratch.
Yeah, the scratch of the mystery of the scratching senator.
Now, Tom, run that back for me.
I can't. I don't know what you were talking about.
No, just tell me. You basically just keep talking.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, here, now this is when they confront the senator, right? Mm-hmm. His story is so idiotic.
So what's your last name again, sir? Miller. Mr. Miller, sir.
Look at this
so
fucking
this is
guy.
going on right now, okay? We have...
He looks crazy.
Come down. Yeah.
He looks dying.
Yeah,
he looks bad.
But he does look nuts, right?
Also, he looks like he's wearing one of those Halloween, like those disguised glasses and nose.
Well, dude, he kind of look. He's another one. We've said this about a few politicians, but they look like. Oh, wait a second.
Huh.
They look like they're just fucking wearing a mask of a person. And now I never thought about it in a serious way. I mean, would you be surprised if you found out like half of these people were an actor in a fucking some kind of prosthetic fucking suit? You know what I mean? Like, I
mean, it would
wouldn't
be awesome.
really. I don't know.
It would be pretty cool.
But he has that same look like a lot of them have. That's like, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like you're like he's inflatable and his neck,
Like a-
and his
yeah, like
neck
an
is
old man
like
mask.
choking off, or his shirt is choking off his neck, and like kind of half inflated balloon going up top. You know.
Yeah,
but
let's
anyways,
take
yeah.
a look at his.
Gentleman that he spoke
Punk
to
ass.
about keying his car, okay?
Yep.
There's no charges yet. We're still investigating it, okay? We still have some...
There are cameras almost
Yeah.
down each and every row, so obviously we have to do our due diligence to make sure. So we're just going to detain you for a little longer until he comes down here. He's coming from Providence, so he should be here.
So at this point, he's been accused,
Colonel Win-
and
Yeah,
they're
knows
they don't know though. So
No, wait.
I was stockpiling.
Here, now look.
okay, yeah.
So
Now listen what he
For a little
says.
longer until he comes down here. He's coming from Providence, so he should be here momentarily.
So Colonel Winquist knows that I was stockpiling these guys.
Okay.
So his his excuse was that this guy said, "Hey Miller, what you gonna do?"
This
and
is
so he got his keys out because the guy saw him. He heard a scratching. He went around the car and saw this guy with his keys like hidden in his hands.
This guy's just following this. What if that would be fucking awesome if this guy was just like heckling this guy everywhere he went, just like showing up like, "Hey,
Miller.
hey, fuck you."
But no, so the car, as we saw, it had a Biden sucks sticker on it.
Yeah.
And so this guy keys the car. The guy, he didn't
by
know
the way,
that the
let's
dude
not-
was right there.
Let's not totally excuse the Biden sucks guy, because if you're driving around with that bumper sticker, you're looking for fucking interactions of this nature.
Yeah, but not with a senator. That's my point.
I would be fucking like, I would be really happy if this happened to me from a senator. I'd be like, this is the most interesting thing in years.
Oh, yeah.
and I get to
Yeah, that's
I
true.
get to fucking like fuck with a senator now and go to make him go to court and stuff and go in there and do a victim impact statement about my scratched car. Would they let me do that?
They might.
And I have my whole family there and we're all weeping and stuff.
Get that he's nuts. Now, why is he says that? All beef diet and all berry, carrot, coconut. Oh, anyways.
Hey, if you're gonna read comments, you gotta like read the whole comment.
Nah.
And because otherwise it just looks deranged to anyone watching later.
I know.
But it's like, why did he just fucking stare off and just say half words and then fucking argue with himself?
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah. All right. That's a good point, Vinny. All right. So, but now he says Colonel Ringquist knows that I was stalked by these guys. So his claim.
So what else can I do but find his car?
But no, so this is a claim to, like, he's going, I know you're Colonel. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So his original claim was that he's been accosted or stalked by like gun nuts, what he calls gun nuts, because he's been heading this legislation to put bans on assault weapons. So he said that this guy
Well, he
was
is
a
a
gun
lizard.
nut.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to disarm everyone. And look at him once. Of course he does. He looks like Sam Harris if Sam Harris got a terrible disease in his nose.
Sure.
Doesn't he look like Sam Harris?
Kinda. I mean, aren't they of the same ilk?
But yeah, so then his claim is that he was
Basically, I don't
scared
think-
because these guys had stalked him before, so he had his keys out. But then the guy says, "There's cameras everywhere," and then this guy goes, "Colonel Rehnquist is aware that I was stalked." So
Yeah.
that's what he tried to do, right?
So this guy though, he doesn't look like he celebrates Christmas, does he?
No, not at all.
Anyways,
No. So here is where they go to his house later that evening.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Is that fucking guy from is that Trevor or whatever from the baseball player that was falsely accused? They all look the same. Whites.
Do not go to-
Oh my God. Kevin Hart too, the most annoying person ever.
And
Get
why
out
are
of
you
here.
doing commercials? You're like worth $700 million.
You were kind of funny at first. It got old really fast. Go away.
Yeah. All right. So now they're gonna go to this guy's house, and also this is where the senator lives.
Wait, this is his
It
house?
looks like a cell block.
What the fuck is going on with this guy?
Yeah, he just sits on a couch until summoned. It's just got one stone couch. in it.
Oh, okay. No, that is a house, but I thought it was like an apartment building or something. Oh, it is. It's got a number on it.
Yeah, no, it is some sort of.
What?
So we have a
Listen.
complainant who wants to pursue charges against you.
Okay.
So we've got to do our due diligence. They spoke with you earlier tonight.
Yeah.
We can go back to Garden City. We've got the video.
of you going walking through Garden City,
Oh,
putting your shirt, your
can you
coat
hold
over
on
your
for
shoulder,
one
going
second?
over-
Yeah.
Like, have you ever talked before, sir? The fucking go away.
No, but you could tell he's
God,
like
see,
nervous. This is another thing, dude. Before body cams, this guy would have gotten away with it. These
Probably.
guys do not want to
Dude,
bust this guy.
They probably
but they have to.
They probably fucking everybody tried to not be the one.
Yeah,
that
they
was going
say
on
it over and
too.
over. Like, look, we can't be looked at as having
this is-
preferential judgment.
This is very different than the way they arrest me typically.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
to see like when does this ever make sense? But you know what I mean? The way they treat certain people, like, God, I'm so sorry we had to do this.
They don't cuff him. They go
it's
to
like
cuff him. And we
committed-
don't have to watch all of this, but yeah, they go to cuff him later, and then he's like, "Oh, really?" And they go, and then the senior officer there goes, "No, he let him drive in." So they did let him drive in.
They let him drive himself to the station.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because they're like, yeah, bring $50. They'll bond you out. It's $50. You know what I mean? Because it's like a misdemeanor. But the simple fact is that this guy is a fucking senator and has that little self-control that he sees a bumper sticker that he disagrees with politically and keys a fucking civilian's car.
And why does he live in an apartment building worse than mine?
Because he's a fucking, yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That did look like a prison.
Yeah, actually, you want to see the inside of his place?
Sure.
All right, let's go back.
Okay.
Let us.
Yeah, this one's kind of fun because here's what I like about it too is, like we try to say we're not just always bagging on the liberals and whatever, but like this was one that gets me because like to me it's so typical of that like
sort of mindset,
that sort of mindset
ideology
that
yeah.
you would just assume that you could get away with this and that
And also
or
just
that
having
it's-
like the little brat fucking mentality.
that
you know what I mean?
or that it's justified. You like what you did is justified.
Yeah, because they're
somebody was
morally
mean to you,
reprehensible.
or because they're gun nuts.
Yes,
and
exactly.
you just have you have this like built-in assumption of your righteousness.
Yes,
and that surely any rational human being would agree with me.
Of course,
and that's
I'm on the side of good.
That's what's particularly fucking despicable about this, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, Tom.
Yeah.
Run that back one time.
Whole Foods, buying your lettuce, putting it in the bag,
I
coming
was
back.
afraid to come back to the car because he said, "Hey, Miller."
Now they go.
Oh shit, he was really letting loose on you too. Hey Miller.
Hey Miller. But also the way he says it was such little conviction. You know what I mean? He's just like, I think he was saying. It's like, yeah,
Well, it's
dude,
like a
you're
fucking-
fucking lying. You're 5 years old. You're acting
Exactly.
like a 5-year-old, dude.
That was this guy. It's really just a very fucking little kid thing to do.
Yes. But so he makes that half-ass claim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that guy's like,
I like it. It's a very little kid
yeah.
thing to do as I'm sitting here playing
Yeah,
with
playing
this
with a wooden
homemade sword that we've both. Did you have yours or no?
I
don't
don't
know.
It is over here in my
What a child.
my box of booty.
Yeah.
But I like the response by that guy. He just goes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
He said, "Hey, Miller."
Watch this one.
Yeah. So
He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I just told you we have you on video keying his car, though.
Yeah. But
That's
no,
not,
but
that doesn't really matter anymore.
But he said, "Hey,
hey, Miller."
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I had to do $2,000 worth of damage to
Yeah,
his
dude.
vehicle. You fucking asshole.
So we got your evidence. So you tell us how
Yeah,
you
we
want to
have
handle
evidence.
this. You keyed his car,
Yeah.
and we can either make a big deal out of this or a little deal. So,
Okay. Whatever you recommend.
well, I want to know what you recommend. I mean,
He's never dealt with
I
the
don't wanna
cops
be-
before.
No, he doesn't
Whatever
know
you
what's
recommend,
happening.
sir. You're the
That
you're
guy's
the
like,
expert.
well, I want to know what you recommend.
Yeah. How would you like to arrest
And
me?
also, could this guy talk any more like Chief Wiggum's fucking detective? Like,
yeah,
you know, remember that guy?
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah. What's his name?
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But
But yeah, that
he's
guy.
bad. Yeah, he's that.
be accused of covering up something for a
Sure,
senator.
neither do I.
Yeah, see, that's what he says.
Recommend. I mean, I don't want to be accused of covering up something for a senator.
Sure, neither do I.
So
But here's the thing: both of you would be fine with actually covering up for the senator. You just don't want to be accused of it.
Normally, yeah.
And you know that this guy's got to wear a body cam by law now.
Oh shit! Time was they fucking drove around with dead whores falling out of their Model Ts left and right.
Yeah.
and they just fucking tipped their hat to the nice gentleman as they go by, to the constable. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And all was honky dory.
Yeah.
They fucking throw the bitch in a river. Boom, on down to St. Louis. You know? And
Oh yeah, and it takes you 6 days to get
And
from
y-
one town to the next.
You know what?
Going 2 miles an hour.
The trains ran on time. So You know, they call it progress. That's what's ironic.
I love this guy's predicament. I really do.
Yeah, let's see.
I think it's best that we all be up front with each other and do the right thing here.
Yeah, I want to, because, you know, before he even got.
So you
Why, dude? I mean, I fucking hate YouTube now.
Oh my God.
You know what it really...
All right, hold on.
It's like, but also people with these fucking channels, dude. I know I've had plenty of YouTube channels. I know you can put a fucking commercial all the fuck through it every 10 seconds if you want. You're an asshole if you do that.
Yeah.
Put one at the beginning, one at the end. People know that if you love your channel and they want you to make money, they'll click on the fucking ads. I've had people do that, and then it boosts your money a little bit and whatever.
But my God, this is like getting untenable.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, now he's gonna go back into his little story about Hey Miller.
Okay.
Like as if it matters. They just told him he's on video keying the dude's car, and he's a senator. So
yeah,
I want to, because, you know, before he even got to me, right?
It's
He
crazy.
was saying, hey, Miller, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, so I'm
He
going to
knew
be
my
right
name.
up front with you.
Yeah.
He saw your sticker on your truck.
Yeah.
And he ran it and he saw your picture and he said, that's the guy that just keyed my car.
Yeah.
So he was upset. And
Yeah.
I don't know, do you know the guy? Why would you key his car?
I didn't, listen,
yeah. Go.
he was threatening
There's a
me
video.
already.
There's a video.
Okay.
This cop's getting sick of it.
Yeah, he's like,
Well,
dude,
because
he wasn't threatening you. He wasn't there.
you senator or no, I mean, you're dealing with a nut at this point, and this is what cops do all the fucking time.
yeah,
And this
yeah.
guy's just, you can see him like shifting.
Yeah,
into,
he's like, dude,
okay,
shut the fuck
nutbag,
up.
let's
Yeah.
fucking get, you know.
Who's got the fucking badge on right now? Huh? He's like, sounds like Tony Soprano.
Let's not pretend we both have not gotten that exact look from a cop before. Look at him.
A million times. This is about when they're about to be
That's
starting to be rough.
exactly the look where they're like,
You got one more stage
between this and you on the
you're-
fucking ground.
Yeah, you're getting roughed up.
oh yeah, it's happening.
God, it would be awesome if the senator got fucking roughed up. They're just they
would be-
fell into like just instinct cop mode and just beat.
They just went into fucking predator mode, and it was this mob
Yeah.
mentality.
Like,
One
oh,
of them
God, no.
started it, and they just, but they're just fucking beating him senseless with billy clubs.
just-
I would like that.
Oh,
I
I
don't know.
love it.
That'd be the only
That would
time
be
I would
great.
like seeing the cops beat the shit out of somebody, probably.
Because this guy's still trying to fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Fess up.
Beat him.
Fester.
Hit him with their flashlight.
He's threatening me already. Whatever you want me to do to make it, you know, easiest for you guys and everything.
So we're gonna probably go back and get we're gonna go back and get an arrest warrant, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Okay,
this
so
guy
we
wants-
can keep going. So they ask him if he just wants to come in with them.
Yeah.
and you.
So they're like, all right, we got to go in and get your shit done.
Yeah, I want to see the inside of this
Yeah.
fucking psycho's house, dude. Because if it's also his outside's worse than mine, if the inside's worse than mine, we got a real
Right, sir.
problem.
All right, here.
And I'll be honest.
I gotta follow you in so you can grab a pair of shoes. Unless there's a pair of shoes like right here, right, sir? Yeah. All right. I gotta come in there with you.
Here we go. Senator Joshua Miller's house. I don't know what this is.
Wait a second.
Pair of shoes somewhere
Is this an
handy right
apartment?
here.
I don't know. We might have just had a weird view going on. Okay, no, his house inside is better than mine. I mean, it's conventional. My house has a lot of weird stuff. You know,
Look
it's,
at
I
his
like it. but-
wife. His wife is like, what? What is going on?
Oh, he never even told her yet. He should have immediately gone home.
Here, let's.
She comes out like, "Were you meeting another 14-year-old?"
Yeah.
There we go.
Again.
Ma'am, good evening.
Again, Josh.
He'll be back shortly, okay? He's gonna get JP'd out. Do you have, Senator, do you have $50 handy? All right.
The cops always do that too. He's gonna get JP'd out. Like no one
Yeah,
knows
nobody
what
knows
that
what the
is.
fuck you're talking about.
like, we don't work with you.
Yeah, we're not in this idiot world that
Yeah.
you are. Now, let's finish this up because moving forward, in the same week that I see this, which was happened, I believe, this week because the maybe it didn't. I don't know. Let's see how long
Who knows?
ago this was.
Sometimes we're talking about
It was
something.
a few
hey,
months ago.
Check out what just happened. It's like 4.5 years ago. Like, somebody's like, "You guys are fucking dumb."
Yeah.
Like,
But then there was this one that I thought was hilarious.
oh, people
as
asking
well.
where that senator was from. It sounded like Boston.
I
or the
believe
East
it was
Coast.
Rhode Island.
Okay, somewhere up there.
I think it was Rhode
Oh, it
Island.
had to be somewhere around there.
Here,
But, yeah.
I'll look at it right now. Rhode Island, yeah.
Rhode
Rhode
Island, okay.
Island Senator Joshua Miller. Now, this week, okay, so that was a few months ago. A senator just gets caught keying a car and then lying about it the entire fucking time, even when he's going to jail for it.
Yeah.
And then this week, when the
It's a weird political strategy. You know?
Yes.
Those guys are fucking tricky, man.
They are.
This
Maybe it
is-
works.
yeah.
Maybe his numbers go up in the polls.
Oh yeah, there's some kind of CPAC behind this whole thing.
Yeah, that was actually a funded.
It's like
team.
when a fucking when a rapper has to like get arrested or
Yeah,
or like
'cause they're
shot to
losing.
boost their album sales. Like that kind of idea, right?
I think so.
You have a public freak out and then you fucking work from there.
Now I'm sure you guys heard about Jamal Bowman. Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal.
Yeah, who was that? That was
Theo from
fucking Family Matters.
from Cosby Show.
Oh yeah.
Cosby.
Oh boy, did I just do a racism? Yeah, man.
They did have a very similar haircut. Those two actors, though.
Who was the guy?
I don't even
Family
remember. He
Matters?
was so unremarkable on that show that
He was a
nobody.
dork,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I
Theo
hated
was
that
the
guy.
shit.
Theo was at least
Yeah, officer's son over there.
Theo
was
had like
horrible.
still kind of almost it was in
He
the
was
80s
cool as
mostly,
shit.
but he had like kind of a funkier 70s type of vibe still. Like
he was like, Dad, come on. You know, he like had like a very.
He was he was cool.
What are we doing?
But the other guy, who was the fucking son on Family Matters?
I will never remember his name.
Oh man, he sucked. I hated that guy
Also,
so
the
much.
actor was just bad. That was the thing.
Yeah,
like when he had dramatic like plot lines around him, where he like had weed and his friend's weed was in his bag or something like that. It was just so bad.
Follow me on this, okay?
Go.
I say he was the worst kind of 90s black guy. Because you had like a few different styles. And like.
You mean in media?
No, just in general. Just like the styles that people were wearing at the time.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like best black
Urban
guy
styles.
to me of that era is like the stuff that really ended up with staying power. The kind of, the baggy, the backward hat, the flat brim, the fucking whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That whole style that really endured
Gangbanger.
for decades. Yeah, that's the best black guy from that era. Worst black guy from that era is flat. What is that
the
haircut?
flat
Like
top.
flat. Like that idiot had that, and like
High top fade. That's
parachute pants and like paisley shirts and shit.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's not a good black guy to me.
Kid from Kid and Play.
Yeah.
Or was he Play? Never
Right.
knew.
Good black
Never
guy.
cared.
Ice Cube looks cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what
he
I
was
mean?
the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, him specifically. He had a very good furrowed brow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really fucking
He
sold
looked-
it. He sold it.
Yeah, he looked scary when I was
He was
a kid.
like, what the like he had a fucking pissed off look.
Yeah. That's like when you were a white kid.
Yeah.
That's like what you were afraid of, like a guy like Ice Cube. If you went to the city or something, that's what you thought like
Oh,
people
yeah.
were really
I
like
wasn't-
because
I
all you
wasn't
saw was
scared of
rap.
Play.
No, fuck that. Or Will Smith.
No.
Yeah, or whatever.
Nah,
you know?
dude.
Now
I
Will,
would have been like, yo, dude, you got a fucking solid quarter?
Will Smith, I give him medium black guy.
Nah, he was fine
for the time. It
He
was
cool.
okay.
I mean, we're talking styles, guys. We're not judging
Yeah.
character.
No,
but also
they're all pieces of shit. Not all black people. No,
All
no,
the
no,
people
no,
we're
just the
talking
people
about.
we
Yeah,
mentioned.
Will Smith.
Yeah. You guys, come on. All
You
right.
guys are idiots.
Hey, Tom, run that back for me.
All right, let me just see what we're doing. So, Democratic Senator, oh no, not that one. So this is AOC being asked about Jamal Bowman. So what he did is he pulled a fire alarm leading into the vote to shut down the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were at a standstill.
I heard about this, and it's hilarious.
The halls were hot and sweaty with anticipation.
Sure.
He acts, I guess, like he has to go to the bathroom or something. Maybe you have to get a hall pass in Congress. I don't know. He went up to the speaker and was like, "Hey, can I get a hall pass?
Yeah.
I gotta pee." And he gets his hall pass.
Can I get the pee pass?
Yeah.
They're all fucking weird
And then
children.
yeah, obviously based on that other guy. He said, "Hey, Miller."
Yeah. Well, I was talking about earlier the hot girl syndrome. I mean, politicians get it.
Oh
just
yeah,
from getting whatever they want. You know?
for sure.
I mean, yeah.
They live in such an
They think
insulated
they can just
world.
do whatever.
Yeah,
You know.
they're so caught off guard.
Like me or you, knowing that we're making the choice to smash up somebody's car, or in one of the many horrible things we've done in our lives,
know.
or something like that.
that karma is still rolling in.
Oh yeah, man, I'm still digging. But you like do something like that with the full knowledge of like, okay, I'm crossing the line. I'm going to jail
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
Or I could.
I easily could.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. Like I'm choosing to do this. This guy just thinks you can just do that shit.
Yeah.
And be like, well,
he said Miller.
Yeah. And you can fucking dreidel your way out of it. It's not gonna work.
All right. Now, let's see. So this guy, Jamal Bowman, decides to go out into the hallway, into the halls of Congress, and then pull a fucking fire alarm
because he doesn't want this vote to happen.
to stall.
Because what was the vote about?
It was for who gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's some nonsense that
It was, they were at some fucking filibuster. I'm just going to use words that,
Yeah.
They were being stonewalled.
They were up on old Capitol Hill and they
Yeah.
were filibustering the night away.
Yeah.
You know?
It sounds fun.
Found 10 guys filibustering at once, all
my
over
God.
each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Glazed donut party. they
Right,
call it
yeah.
There in the halls of Congress. But anyways, so this guy goes out, pulls a fucking fire alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he's confronted about it, because he's obviously on camera and shit, he says that he got confused and thought that's how he had to unlock the doors next to him.
Can I ask you something? Is
Sure.
he also a leftist nut?
He is a Democrat.
Okay.
He is a Democrat. Now
there's plenty
but
of them
this
on
is,
the other side, too.
Oh, yeah. They're all insane.
Yeah. Now,
He
Tom, run that back for me.
Now this is AOC, famous for her awesome takes on controversial subjects. She's on State of the Union and she's asked.
Sorry, that's I don't know why that scared me. There was like a race car outside.
There was.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, somebody really just
Okay.
fucking gavoned by. So she's asked point blank about Jamal Bowman pulling the fire alarm, and let's listen to what she has to say about it.
Okay.
Interesting moment over the weekend when your New York colleague, Congressman Jamal Bowman, and he's under investigation for this now after Capitol Police say he pulled a fire alarm in one of the House office buildings. Democrats were trying to delay a final vote on the bill.
Yeah.
They have a fucking still of him with his hand on it. What an asshole.
What a
That's
fucking
awesome.
idiot.
Dude, and again,
Also, don't you see the camera 4
it's
feet
right
from you?
by you. And like, what? But you know, I mean, do you just think they're just not going to
Yeah, I don't know.
Like who
I
did
don't
it?
know.
Or is he so dumb to think maybe he can pull it and then put it back how it was and they won't know which one got pulled? Or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in a secure building, sir.
One of the most secure buildings on the planet.
Yes, this is like right top 10 of places that
It's
you
a place
don't
that if
want to
you
fuck around
yeah,
in.
it's
Like,
it's a place that if you've lost your bags of cocaine, people would definitely know whose it was.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, a place like, for instance, you know, if a plane flew into it, there must be video
There would be
footage of it, right?
50 videos of it.
Yeah, there would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Thank
so-
God that's never happened.
All right, now.
There he is pulling the fire alarm. He says it was an accident.
There
he
he
thought
is.
pulling the alarm would open a door based on the fact that...
What is this, a fucking Tomb Raider game?
Hold on.
Like, I thought
Yeah,
I had
right.
to pull the lever and then put the circle thing into the hole over there, and then the doors would open.
No, you know what it is? Somewhere in here, there is a fucking fake fire alarm that like triggers a
Yeah.
like a wall that
A
comes
tunnel.
out, and there's a fucking
Yeah.
bunch of gay kids.
Oh,
back
yeah,
there.
no, it's the tunnel into Neverland.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
The kids aren't gay; they're getting abused. Fuck.
No. And also, wait a minute. But yeah, we got your point. Now let's keep watching.
The doors to his right there were locked, and there was a sign that he said he was. I think someone said it was confusing. I'll be honest. It doesn't.
No. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If you're confused by a fire alarm in a building,
Maybe you've outlived your usefulness in government.
yeah, don't be at the top echelons of government. How about that one? How about if you're a sitting congressman and then you don't know what a fire alarm is and it comes to light, how about you have to leave?
Yeah, that should be a rule.
That's got to be a rule.
I mean, write that in your fancy fucking constitution. Why don't you? There's never too many amendments for me. No. Let's get that in there. This specific thing, you know, we can do them one at a time. Everything you guys do.
Yeah.
What else are they saying on the news about it though? I like.
Yeah,
this.
let's keep going. So he asks her point blank, what do you
So
his
his excuse is he made a mistake. He was trying to open the door.
He was confused and he thought it would open the door next to him.
Now, you know, okay then. With case closed.
Yeah,
you go
can't be in the government.
You go to a old folks home now.
He's young.
I don't care.
Yeah.
He still has to go. Yeah. He's got to go to an old folks home and he's got to sit there and his family can come see him once a week, every other week, whatever, but no doing anything. Sit there for your life is done. This is what I'm saying about this man.
All right, well, let's see what AOC's take is.
He was. I think someone said it was confusing. I'll be honest, it doesn't really make sense to me, his explanation.
Jake
Have you
Tapper.
talked to him?
Fucking journalist here.
What's going on?
I mean, listen, I think.
Oh,
if
and then you
actually
got fucking
do see some of the
Octavio whatever here.
Yeah. Wait, let's listen to what the fuck she's saying, though.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to him. What's going on
I
there?
mean, listen, I think if you actually do see some of the photos of the signs, I think there's something to be said about the government's about to shut down. There's a vote clock that's going down. The exits that are normally open in that building were suddenly closed.
So you pulled a fire alarm?
So
Fucking yeah, you lying bitch. Fucking.
You're trying to say that this is a normal thing that could happen? What are you saying? Well, the doors were closed and there was a vote going to happen, and of course you might confuse a fire alarm. No.
Yeah. Dude, well, this is like...
You can't.
And I can't believe that their base, I mean, this is what I'm always talking about, man. I'm not just like some like angsty fucking outsider for no reason. Like their base will
agree with it.
Justify this.
Yes.
And go, well, and even some of them that are smart enough to understand that she's lying will go, but that's the good political strategy because we have to win the like, you know what I mean? Even the ones that are aware of it will excuse it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And fucking Octavio Johnson laughs her way to the bank. Sick of this bitch.
Yeah, get the bag, she said.
Yeah.
51 million, she said. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Next target, the American public. And the coffers of our fucking our tax
of our citizens.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
It's going down. The exits that are normally open in that building were suddenly
fucking
closed.
cunt. Shut up.
So you pulled a fire alarm?
So what I am here to say is that
Uh-huh.
House administration and U.S. Capitol Police and Jamal Bowman are an active, and he's fully participating in saying there was a misunderstanding. But what I do think
No. That's not how this goes.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's fully cooperating in saying that there was a misunderstanding?
He's fully cooperating by keeping up with this lie we all agreed on
Yeah.
that some fucking shadowy figure told us would work. Some fucking wag the
That's
dog
fucking
guy.
George Soros.
Dude, the wag the dog guy was fucking drunk on this one. He's sorry, just telling me we're trying to open the door.
Now leave me alone, Bowman.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Dude.
Then he hisses and goes back into the fucking cauldron.
What buffoonery.
He sleeps.
Yeah, right. It's just a bed that's shaped like a cauldron. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right, Jim.
Right. No, dude.
is the fact that Republicans,
What total fucking idiocy.
representatives like Nicole Maliotakis and others, immediately moved to file motions to censure, motions to expel, before there has even been conversations that are finished to even see if there was a misunderstanding here. But what they did do, while they did that,
You're a demonic,
Yeah.
lying whore.
Your boy pulled the fire alarm like a fucking 6th grader.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of gym class.
Yes.
And then said that he thought that it was going to open the doors when confronted about it.
Honestly, he should be fucking tarred and feathered.
Yeah.
Like, that,
Let's bring back some of the old politician punishments.
there should be a bunch of guys fucking yelling like tarnation and shit. Dragging him around, tar and feathering him. Now, wait a second. Hold on. Was he black?
He was, but that wasn't a black thing. That was a Tory versus Whig thing.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to be careful what I said that they should do to him during what period of time.
Yeah.
Because
I think he was black. I couldn't really see, but I think he was. I mean, his name's Jamal Bowman.
Yeah.
So that makes
Okay. Well, no, it'd be cultural appropriation. If
But here,
anything else.
here is the here's the level of politician we have.
Yeah.
And we wonder why
This is the
everything
top-
is
this is the-
spiraling out of fucking
This is
control.
the tippity top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is senators, state senators. This is fucking congressmen.
Yeah,
this is
boy.
the type of juvenile antics that they're resorting to for lack of control. Maybe this guy really did think this would be a smart political move. Like, I have to stall this.
Yeah.
Okay. But do it with balls then. Be like, oops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking walk outside like you did it. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
Yeah, like when, like James K. Polk would fucking just knock ink over on the table and walk out and shit.
Whoops.
Yeah. Whoops, guys. Guess the Guess we can't sign the documents. Oh.
Somebody's going to have to pen that 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
I've got the first page of the 4,000 page
Oh
document.
man, that
does.
must, dude. Imagine back then when there was fucking like
quills.
Well, no, legislation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, typing it is enough to make you really want to, just give up on society.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. But
Yeah, why did they even do anything? Like,
oh my
I'm
god,
not writing
dude.
this down. though.
Writing with a fucking piece of a bird.
I never
just
thought of
for,
that.
For months and months to get a fucking piece of legislation
In
down.
order for
and then somebody's
all of
like,
the
dude,
advancements in society, there had to be massively handwritten fucking documentation.
Craziness. At one time, I mean, Magna Carta
Plan
is stone, right? Wasn't it?
It could be.
I think it was.
Now I'm not a history buff.
Maybe not. I guess that wasn't that long ago. It was like the 1100s, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's probably on paper.
Okay.
At least parchment.
Maybe they. Well, here's what probably was stone, and then they did an.
I wonder if it
etching.
was a stone shaped like an asshole.
Right. Yeah. That's how it started.
It's etched in as like a fucking concentric circle of bad fucking policy.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Magna Carta was most famous for, is for guaranteeing gay rights in the 1100s. That was like the big achievement then.
Yeah.
And then so then it was stone, and they did an etching, and now that's in the fucking parliament or whatever. So that's how it came together.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. There's
but-
no way we're wrong on this.
But it is true. Like, what a pain in the ass to want to get something changed. Imagine, dude, everything in life, obviously.
I can't.
I mean, toilet paper wasn't even here yet, right? What did they even, you know what I mean? I've never gotten a good explanation on that either. It's like, what exactly were people doing?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, what they're still doing in some parts. Of the
Were their
world,
diets so natural? Did they just prepare better? Did they fucking...
Yeah, like a dog. I've always wondered
You know?
that. Why don't animals just fucking have shit all over them? They don't fucking
I've
wipe.
seen dogs that you got to clean.
There's some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
those
know?
dogs are horrible.
A cat or two. Cats are usually whatever. Some of the long-haired
They'll
ones.
all lick it clean.
It is
Let's
a
just
kind
be
of
honest.
a crazy thing to not have any way to wipe your ass ever for your entire life, dude. I mean, unless you drag it across something, and then every time you do that, everyone flips the fuck out
Yeah,
of you.
and also
like,
there's probably a stick or a fucking pebble or a fucking piece of glass or something. You're always risking ripping your anus open.
yeah, man, a carpet staple.
Ooh, a pin that fell out of the collar of a shirt.
Oh, that can happen, dude. And
Oh
then-
yeah, I've stepped on those before.
Oh, sure.
Imagine
They're there
fucking
for years, and then-
fucking doing that with your butthole, and then that fucking.
Oh God, I did imagine it too
I
vividly.
know.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm very sorry I said that to
But
everyone
like,
here.
dude, imagine living your whole life. Like, you ever seen a dog? Like, I always feel
I've seen a
terrible.
dog.
Well, yeah. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
Let me finish here, pal. You ever seen a dog that's like got a fucking ass scratch problem, right?
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And it's trying to scoot, and what's always happening? Everyone's fucking screaming at it.
Yeah.
Hey, fucking stop it!
No, Fido.
It's like, dude, why do you think he's just doing that? Because like
he's not just doing it.
He's in agony. I always feel
Yeah.
terrible for that.
He's trying
dog.
to stall a vote.
This is why I can't have a dog, because they're disgusting, and I would let them do whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not.
no.
It's not right.
Yeah, no, he was trying to. But anyways, yeah. What were we talking about?
I don't know. Oh, we were talking about how
Juvenile our politicians are.
Yeah, and well, then somehow it got to be how much of a pain in the ass it would be to have to pen fucking legislation.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, it's all good. Yeah. Are we done with fucking Octavio Johnson? That's what I'm
Yeah,
calling
I just
her from
found
now on.
it. Yeah, I just found it funny that she was somehow her answer to. I think that we just need to acknowledge that he is being compliant in seeing if there was a misunderstanding. Like, what the fuck kind of political mesmerism is that?
I kind of want to see her lie again.
And
for
then
a
just
second.
should we?
Well, yeah, we were kind of right in the middle of it. I don't feel like it's unsatisfying, and then we don't really have anything else after this.
No,
so-
I did want to watch one more thing, and I think
okay.
you'll find it funny.
Oh, we're staying late tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging
fuck
out.
it, yeah.
Again, if anyone's enjoying this show at all and you haven't done so already, please hit the follow button right there on the fucking channel. And
Yeah,
help
you
us out.
might see it, or you might mistake it for a fire alarm. So if you look
Right.
at our page and you think that thing that says follow is a fire alarm, we're
Yeah.
here to tell you. We'll guide you through. It isn't. It's a button that then follows us on
Yeah.
Rumble.
If
it is not
you're-
going to set any alarms off.
if you're a pilled out politician who's all tuckered out from some kind of like underage romance, shall we say?
Yeah.
Up a little bit too late. A few too many of Mr. Graham's crackers, or what was it? Yeah.
One too many of Mr. Graham's crackers.
And you're
Nobody
trying
says
to
either.
open up our page like a door by pressing the follow button.
Yeah.
It will work.
It will. Yeah, just hit the follow button.
Go ahead, and you'll come here into the studio with us. That'd be cool. Fucking terrifying, actually.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
All right, let's listen to her lie about it again.
Yeah. Watch her lie.
Is fully patient. So what I am here to say is that
Now, I like how she opens it up with what I'm here to say, as if she's been told what she's here to say.
Yeah.
You already have
obviously.
this? Like you already had it? I mean, obviously you knew that it was going to be asked, but okay.
Pull the fire alarm?
So what I am here to say is that House administration and U.S. Capitol Police and Jamal Bowman are an active, and he's fully participating in saying there was a misunderstanding. But what I do
He's fully participating in saying there's a misunderstanding.
Yeah, that's the best part.
That's not what we're talking
We're
about.
just fucking enjoying the hits now. I already knew this, but yeah, that's exactly right. It's such a non. I mean, this is stuff that worked 100 years ago as spin. You know what I mean? It's misdirection. It's
But
spin.
that
It's
was
like,
some really weak.
She's not even like a
misdirection.
fucking good. She's not as good as a 3-card Monty.
Oh
dealer,
no, not
you
at
know
all.
what I mean?
Yeah,
She's like
street performer would
we'll fucking eat her alive.
Oh my god,
You
he'd
know?
already had her wallet and her jacket.
Yeah.
and she wouldn't even know yet.
Yeah. Well, so I'm surprised she hasn't been able to like fool this reporter very well. But yeah, well, we need to get further than this because I guarantee
is
you.
important to raise is the fact that Republicans.
No, then she just goes into this.
Representatives like Nicole Malliotakis and others
Okay.
immediately
Hold
moved
on, let's hear
to
her out.
file motions to censure, motions to expel.
I like her
before
mouth.
before there has even been conversations
like in a-
that are finished to even see if there was a misunderstanding here. But what they did do, while they
What
did
did they do?
that, what they did not do was to commit to the same when George Santos was actually found guilty after a thorough investigation of 13 federal charges.
What about his own?
And then there's exactly, dude. And I know
Yeah, he did this, but let's not even talk about that. What we should talk about is what this other guy did. It's like, well,
let's
no,
just
both
keep
of them are
fucking
bad.
swinging back and forth on a
Yeah.
pendulum to hell
Until all of us are so fucking confused and addled.
That's the goal.
It is the goal.
Well, and it works on fucking morons that are watching TV, I think.
I mean, I'm
Maybe.
sort of mesmerized by her right now. And I said I like her mouth. And what I meant by that is it's a very
You want to fucking
symmetric.
get a blowjob from her, right?
A ZJ.
Oh, okay. What does that stand for?
If you don't know, you can't afford it.
Oh. It's nothing, is it? No. Okay.
No, it's from Beer Fest.
Okay.
Well, this is a good snap or still frame over, but
Exactly. That's the one you would use.
He's
Yeah.
indicted.
I mean, you know what I mean.
On everything from wire fraud to actual lying.
she does have a crazy quality
She's
to her,
nuts,
right?
dude. Yeah. And, you know, it's
Very comely,
Sure. We're okay.
very attractive, symmetrical.
Do you think she's really attractive?
I mean,
She's
for
all
a
right.
for a congresswoman,
For that world,
for that
I guess,
world, it's
yeah.
insane.
Right.
I'm not partial to the look.
She's not
But
my
it's not- yeah, it's not
type
my
at all.
type or
She's
anything
way
like
too like fucking. What is it? She looks like an alien, I guess. You know. She's too alien-y.
Well, she looks like a
Alien-y.
painting.
Yeah, she's like a Native American alien. Like, oh yeah, you know what? She looks like, like a hybrid that would be like in an episode of the X-Files or
There you
something.
go.
And yeah. She's
And her
too,
eyes are too perfect. Everything's a little
too angular and too bright. That's
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah, like what I mean by she looks like a painting is that if you were to paint a face, you know what I mean, that you're just trying to get the symmetry perfect and everything like that. This is what you get.
Yeah.
It's very like nondescript. You know what I mean? You couldn't describe her in words. You couldn't be like, there's nothing that, like, I guess big eyes, but it's not really.
But there's something behind the eyes that is not of this realm.
Well, one
And
thing
it's
is
just like it's freaky looking.
when you get the bottom of the eye, the white of the eye showing under the iris, that's always, that literally is a sign of like of neurosis. Like when somebody's eyes are open to the point where you see the bottom.
Is that true? Because I've always heard that.
Yeah.
Has mine do that?
No.
Okay.
But hers
Good.
do, and they do it often.
Yeah, she's a fucking nutcase, dude.
Yeah, she is.
People love it though.
Of House investigators, and they have been buddying up and giggling with him on the House floor, and they are protecting someone who has lied to the American people, lied to the United States House of Representatives,
Yeah, but
lied
this-
to congressional.
Okay, so if your point is the other side sucks too, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Who you telling?
Now I think you're getting it.
Yeah, exactly. You're in on it.
That is kind of the weird thing about it. Is like so there's different groups of us in this country. There's a lot of us at this point that are like, fuck all of you. and I don't want nothing to do with this system.
Yeah.
You have fun, do whatever, just don't fucking come to my house and cause I'll kill you. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And so
a ton of people. That have
there's a
that
lot
sort
of people
view.
like that. And then there's the people that are on one of these sides. But what's really funny is that the way that they constantly argue with the whataboutism stuff and that whole style of like, yeah, but them, but them, you're all implicitly acknowledging that both of you are terrible
exactly.
by not having a fucking retort.
Yeah,
you being
you're only-
terrible. Other
exactly.
than so you're in the same camp as us. Stop playing these games.
Yeah.
We're all here.
Oh, everyone quit it.
Yeah, dude. Everyone
That's all.
cut it out.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
talk
what-
to him, but knock it off over here.
Right. Yeah.
What the fuck are
I
you
know.
talking about? You're not gaining any ground with this. Like, yeah, but look, we're all fucking lunatics. Oh my God.
Yeah,
no
them,
shit.
Them too. Yeah, we've been saying this the whole time.
Yeah,
You
everyone's
all,
onto you.
You know what? I would, dude, if I had my way, I'd lock the entire fucking federal government in a fucking asylum, and I would run the place, and I would torture. Oh man,
Oh
what I
my
would do.
God.
Sorry, but no, I would
Yeah.
lock the entire federal government in a fucking asylum and start over. Whatever we got to do. I don't know what to do, but the entire thing is nuts. Have you ever been to Washington D.C.?
Outside of it.
Dude, it's the creepiest place ever.
Yeah, I never actually went to like the fucking political district. You know what I mean?
What was creeping me out the most is I went to the White House. Because I had a few grievances.
Yeah.
But no.
Ding dong.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going for they would just shoot me.
Oh, yeah.
That was not me shooting into the White House. It was the White House shooting out at me.
Yeah, this is Vinny going up, and he's just like this. That's their doorbell, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
And then the only people that come out are fucking Secret Service people like this. And then this is you trying to fight back. And then them. And you're beat.
And then
you're fucked.
And then this.
Yeah, and then a shotgun
From
to
the roof.
face. Yeah.
But no, so I went to what was really creeping me out, I went to the White House, and first of all, the part of it that you always see is the back. That was fucking, I don't know why that bothered me, but
The backside.
Yeah, that's not the part that faces Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, you see the
There's
anus.
like a park back there.
According
right?
to those guys, the backside is the anus. So you
Right.
see the anus.
The anus of the White House is the part you always see. And it's like next to like a park, right? And I'm just thinking, I'm looking around. I'm just sitting in this park, right? And I'm going, nah, I don't buy it. Because
Now, what didn't you buy, Vinny?
It doesn't look secure enough. Something else is going on. There's some kind of fucking, I don't know exactly really what I mean either, but I just wasn't buying the whole scene, dude. I'm like, you're telling me this is the spot, really?
Yeah.
I see like one guy. So you know what I mean?
They're all over the place. They're in
They
the
gotta
bushes
be.
like
Well,
fucking
so that's-
Inspector Gadget.
that's-
They're in mailboxes and shit like that.
That's what started to creep me out though, because I'm like, they have to be.
Yeah,
there.
they have to be
Like,
somewhere
And I'm
if
like,
they're that good.
This lady with a stroller, is she one? You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And then I do, because my personality
The
too.
fucking baby
So
is one.
You put me in Washington D.C., I'm immediately Mel Gibson in fucking conspiracy theory, and I'm just like, is that one? Is she one?
Get me
And
outta here.
dude. I'm just I start freaking out. I'm like, we gotta go get something to eat, and went downtown to eat. And dude, everybody in that place is a fucking cocksucker, dude. They're like, you think about it, it's all like aspiring politicians. Reporters, fucking
Yeah,
lobbyists,
lobbyists, yeah.
fucking, it's the worst combination of people that you've ever seen in your entire life. And like everyone dresses like a fucking psychopath there too. Like the
Yeah, it's
styles,
American Psycho. They'll do anything to get to the top.
The styles are almost like when I was there. Now this has been a while, but what I was noticing, the predominant styles that people were wearing was like that, like Dixiecrat kind of look of
really?
like colorful suits and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
and whatever. And everybody looked like a bozo, dude. And I was
Yeah.
just like the
Good
whole place,
phones.
and you just feel like you're being watched the entire time. Like there's fucking infrared on you, and you're getting scanned. And my fucking alien implant thing is fucking hurting because it gets me sore when I get fucking scanned at the White House.
Oh, yeah.
And you know that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mine's
so-
up here.
Yeah, but I'm looking around. Yeah, I didn't get it. I should have opted for the fucking the
Yeah,
skull.
the skull was really the
Yeah.
place to get it.
Right, and plus then I could like listen to the CIA's like
Also,
you know,
AM radio.
what?
It's nice.
Oh, you can get that?
Yeah.
I get that on my guitar amp. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so I'm looking around the whole city. It's just really creeped me out how hidden the fucking security is. And then I just had to get out of there entirely. Drove out to the country, found this fucking cave, which
Where,
I talked
Virginia?
about before. Where would he have been? Or drove back into the country because you're not even in the country anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Kind
Yeah,
of you
DC's
are. Well,
not. Yeah.
it's not. You're not in a state. I guess I was jumped the shark on that a bit, but no. But so it's like I had to drive back out to the country, and that's when I found that cave.
That guy. Yeah,
this guy Jerry. Should I tell him about Jerry again or no?
I kind of want to watch this.
That's on YouTube if you guys want. Yeah. We're gonna do a couple
Jerry's
of
a good time.
I met this guy who was just out of society, and he was from a different time and a different place, and he was pretty fucking awesome. And I'll just tell you, the one thing he said to me, that's it. Just the one part, because I love this. He goes, we're sitting there, we're talking, and he goes,
oh, I know which one you're gonna say.
He goes, see that highway out there? I said, yeah. He goes, well, that's the first paved highway this country ever saw. He goes, I don't suppose they liked the idea too much, considering they paved the whole goddamn world. And I was like, this guy fucking
I thought you were
rules,
going to say the
dude.
bullets one.
Oh, and I asked him where he's, because I had been at the, this is funny, guys. I had been at the Bilderberg meeting. All right.
He was invited.
I was with Alex Jones in the protest. I really was there. I got pictures. And so we were there at the Bilderberg meeting, and I tried to describe it to Jerry. Jerry was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, well, for instance, where do you stand politically? He goes, politically, I just buy ammo. Jerry was
the best fucking
dude.
answer ever.
And he just,
where do you stand politically? Politically,
dude, he was just
I
out
just
there,
buy ammo.
He was just out there farming for just him.
Yeah.
And just
And
shooting
only
guns and
root
shit.
vegetables.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
No, he had a bunch of chickens, all kinds of stuff. We'll talk more about Jerry some
Yeah.
other time. There's a lot
We'll
more
have
to
Jerry on. We'll find
Yeah, there's a lot more to that story.
All right, check this out. So this is a mother, a parent, and I'm gonna redo this just so that I know that it's at the beginning.
Oh, you told me about this one. This sounds exciting to me because I love. Again, this is kind of the show. The theme of the show tonight is like rampant entitlement and public freakouts.
Yeah, and
you know?
juvenile behavior. By
We always end
adults.
up with some theme. We didn't try to do this at all.
No,
Yeah.
no, we didn't. But this is Mama Bear, and
Okay.
we know who's posting this because there is obviously a bent towards one political side. Mama Bear tears down gay flag.
Okay, now a mama bear, I believe, is usually a conservative.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
they say. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And again, none of these people are liberal or conservative. It's just what
No.
they call themselves. They're a bunch of psychos. I liked that.
I am not paying I am not paying my tax money to support.
Do you hear the kid going, Mom?
Yeah.
He doesn't. This is not what you want your mom to do. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was talking over this. This is one we can't rewind.
Yeah, it is.
We'll have to
Fuck.
watch it again because
Yeah.
I love also.
Yeah, in fact,
you
I
can
will
see how
restart it.
stupid this.
The argument is so bad. You got to listen to what they're saying because there's no
neither one of them is like able to
legible content. There is no point actually being made on either side at all.
And so we're not tempted to interject. Let me just get out of the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
really quick too. Yeah, lady, why do you have a gay pride flag in your classroom? You know
but
what I
also
mean?
over the map when you're teaching a history
Is
class.
the map not more important? And yeah, like,
but also why did you think you could just walk into the room and rip something off the wall?
all of them, yeah. And it's like, but the teacher, dude, I'll never understand this. It's like, why do you feel that that's appropriate when you know it's an incendiary? I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
but plenty
even
of
if
people
I don't
do.
care about it,
Yeah,
plenty
but
of
like,
people do. So just don't fucking do it. What is the point? What is the posturing?
And it's also just an empty gesture. It's gross and pandering. It's all of the bad things.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
the thing.
But it's like
it's just.
But on top of that, it's politically incendiary, and you work for the government.
Yeah,
in
you're
what
a
is supposed to be a
publicly funded-
neutral place.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
So okay. Here, that's the problem with that. Let's
All right,
now let's
so
hear a
listen
terrible
to-
argument.
Yeah, let's listen to the whole thing. And yeah, you and take note. You pointed this out. You can hear the kid going, "Mom."
Yeah.
But yeah, listen to her reaction to it and everything. It's just
Okay.
funny. She's just like, "Oh my!" Like it's just so aghast.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, not. Wait, what are you doing? Not. Stop that. I am not paying I am not paying my tax money to support. Get out of this type of now. Why do you have this hanging? And why do you have this hanging up? It's part of the students. No, it's not part of anything. That is.
It's part of the students
Part
here.
of this, they're both too flustered to talk. They can't.
And why do you and let's hang and
Dude,
why is
this
and
lady?
It's part of the students.
The lady that ran in
What?
and ripped the flag down, she had a whole idea of the fucking stand she was
She
going
had
to
a
make.
fucking speech she's
and
been practicing
in her
in the
head.
mirror.
Yeah, dude, in her head it was going to be smooth as Mussolini.
4 score and
you know?
7.
But smooth as Mussolini is more whatever, it's cooler. But she had this whole idea in her head, and now she feels the flop sweat because she messed up a little bit. And she's never been on
lost the entire
stage.
thing now,
She's not a performer. She's got fucking 40 people looking at her.
She doesn't know how to
And
access any of that
dude,
now. It's
she's
just
bombing.
It's swooshed out. And then the other lady is so caught off guard by anyone doing anything that she disagrees with. And also coming into her classroom unannounced, doing a violent act.
Well, and this lady's fucking dude halfway to the crypt. Look at her.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, she can't be
Her
operating
name's
at full
Gladys.
capacity, you know.
But okay, now, hold on.
Uncalled for. We are paying you to teach history, and that's what you need to be teaching.
Excuse me, this is a public school, little lady.
You are a child. You are.
Do you see what's on the side in the crowd?
No. This needs to go exactly where it is, in the garbage.
You need to go in the garbage.
I'm teaching.
You need to go in the garbage. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that was the only one that was
That's pretty
even
funny.
a half zinger.
Yeah, dude, that's
You need to go in the garbage.
something I would say. Go throw yourself away,
They're
please.
so bad at this confrontation.
It's
though.
awesome, dude.
They're horrible at it.
Well, it's almost like two actors that can't like get a believable fight going or something. You know?
Yeah, like terrible actors.
They both are, and they're both kind of like looking back at the.
They're like, "What do we say, guys?"
Yeah, right.
So
They're
what
looking
do
at the
we do?
director right now. He's like, "Mom, I'm not the director. You ran out of your medication.
Yeah.
You always do this."
Why did she come dressed like that?
I don't know.
She jogged here. She was just jogging and just thinking about it and just couldn't fucking take it anymore.
And again, I have to ask: is she black? Or what?
If I was to guess, she would mark that box.
I
on
was like, I can't
application.
tell for some reason, but okay. It's
I
not
think-
that it matters.
No,
but it's interesting.
But it is interesting
because people tend to like tie all liberal agendas together, race and. And
Sexual-
like I always think it's
sexual
funny when
preference.
liberals are reminded that not all black people are on their side.
Yeah, oh,
You know what I
100%.
mean?
That's
Like,
actually one
in
of my
fact,
favorite things
A lot
about
of them
this.
aren't. you
Yeah,
know?
especially when it comes to this particular subject of
Yeah.
teaching sexual,
Oh hell no!
Yeah, they do not
Yeah.
like a lot of.
They don't play that.
Yeah, yeah. So we can speak for them.
I have
The
been doing it for years, just
black
unabashedly.
community.
Just,
Yeah. We know what's going on in the black communities.
Sure, man. I've
To be a man. And I don't want you hanging no flag.
I'm calling security.
Hanging a flag up for you to sit up there and teach them the type of stuff.
That's right.
what's
right.
this?
That's right.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
But dude, it is fucking crazy to me that like I've noticed this a lot in like people we know, kids or stuff I hear about that's going on in schools and stuff, and it's like there seems to be universally in public schools a complete leftist bias, and you kind of thought for a while, like years ago, I was like. That's just like a talking point for the Republicans and stuff. But like, it is manifested in the point that it's like, every school has, dude, the schools in my town, you know, certain times a year, whatever the fuck, you see big ass fucking gay pride things outside even and whatever.
I just don't
like,
understand. Actually, okay, so I'll say
why do they
this,
all think they have to pander to that? I don't.
Because this is the reason, and I'll get into this, and also I might do this on my my another channel because it's pretty in depth. But
okay,
yeah. There's a guy named James Lindsay who's done the research, exhaustive research, I might add, on what happened to public schooling in America. And it turns out, and what he calls it is the Marxification of the education system, which it does seem to be that. Now, it apparently stems from the American school system adopting this something's called the Freirean pedagogy, which comes from this guy, Paulo Freire, which was a Brazilian socialist activist. And he came up with this entire pedagogy, which is like a full method of teaching. And apparently we adopted it. And really what it says is that literacy is not even an important part of schooling at all. Like, if you listen to the arguments made by this guy over and over in his books, and
I've always been astounded, even as a child, at the number of people around me that could not fucking read or write like with any fluidity. You know what I mean? Where it was like, when you would hear other kids in class read.
Oh God, yeah.
And it would be like, I'm like, dude, what? Fire them neurons,
Yeah,
baby.
I was
Let's
always
go. What are we
confused by that
doing?
too,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I remember being very confused by that as a kid.
and
Like,
how
what the
did,
fuck is he
dude,
doing?
I don't know how half the people that I went to school with, as dumb as motherfuckers were, I don't know how half of them could possibly have a certification stating that they were fucking educated to a satisfactory degree from
no,
anywhere.
no.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's just-
I mean, I
so clearly,
definitely
I'm just
knew-
saying,
yeah,
even
I-
since we were kids, it had nothing to do with fucking,
Absolutely.
you know,
In the
like-
90s, I knew people that graduated high school without being able to read.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's crazy.
But now I just saw a study out of Baltimore where this watchdog group got the test, the unredacted test scores from all the city schools, which got like $1.8 billion in funding, and then another like $750 million from like some COVID relief. And I want to say less than 1 in 4 people even read at or did math at grade level. 75% of them, and I want to say like 50% of them didn't even do like, it's like on a tier system, 1, 2, 3, 4. They weren't even at a 1. They weren't even at the lowest possible measurable. It's insane. And so they're like, what the fuck are you teaching? Well, I'm saying this Freirean pedagogy is basically all the emphasis is on activating like what they call like, what is it, the free man inside of you, and actualizing this activist part of you that is forever going to be engaging in protests against the current system. And then when that system changes, it never ends. So that's the whole idea of it. But basically it's a way of pumping out activists. And that's apparently what we have adopted throughout the nation. Is this specific? This is where emotional learning, that ESG or the emotional learning models come from, Common Core, all that shit is coming from this guy's models.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre, dude.
So it all ties back to that.
Yes, and it's a hardcore socialist fucking ideological way of teaching students. And honestly, he says it in there that like even teaching, because this came from when South America was being sort of colonized. It was past that. But he was still saying that like even teaching the natives there to read and do math and stuff like that was in and of itself massive oppression, because they were not being able to be what they would have been if they were allowed to be, their own free man. And I'm thinking, yeah, but the benefits of knowing how to read, like I literally know people that do not know how to read, and it's very tough to navigate life. You can't.
I've worked with a guy in New Orleans that was like, we were cooking and you have to read the orders on the ticket.
Yeah.
And he said that he could read, and then dude was like, something would come up. He would make something that like started with that letter or something, but never know. And dude, I had to literally ask like a 40-year-old man when I was like 22 and to be, can you read? You know? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I don't think you can read.
Here, hold on.
I'm like, yeah. No, and I literally had to be like, okay, can you tell me what this says? And he said whatever was wrong, whatever he said. And I was like, man, all right, I guess I'll have to read these to you.
Yeah, I'll call him out.
Yeah, and but then I went secretly to the owner, and I was like, I can't work with this guy. Keep him on the lower rungs of society, please.
But honestly, like that is what I mean. The idea that the only, and also these people call like the teachers that have been now ushered in. There's a whole plan. It's a very odd thing, but he's got an entire like long-term plan etched out in these books that he wrote, and it's like
what was his original intention? To ruin the world?
That's the thing. It's like no, because in their belief system, it is ruined. The world is ruined. You know what I mean? Everything is a power struggle, and the people that are on the bottom have to do this in order for the top to come down.
Oh, it's a Brave New World type of idea.
You have to take down every sort of institution at all, all of them. And the way to do that is he outlined a way of like infiltrating universities and higher education so that you could then indoctrinate people that were about to be the teachers, and they call them like accomplices in these books or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not accomplice, but it's a word that basically means that. I forgot what it is. Confidants. They call them confidants. Like we need to get these confidants into the educational system so that we can then get as children. It's all fucking right there. It's really insane.
You've told me this before, but I don't think it clicked how like complete the whole thing is. You know what I mean? Like, because
Paulo Freire. Look up the fact that fucking the United States adopted his model of teaching. And
so
look,
is there like, you know, written or whatever, some solid evidence that it's like, okay, well, because we can see, like, if you read what you're talking about, his writings and stuff, you can see it all playing out that way now. But is there like some kind of acknowledgement that they're adapting? Or that they're using his specific plan? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
In what form? Do you know?
In the fact that they expressly say that that's the model that they're using.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Well, then this is very crazy.
It's insane.
I mean, school's nuts, anyways. You know, it always has been.
But to say that the main point of it is praxis, is some sort of socialist praxis, is like, that's fucking crazy.
Well, yeah,
that doesn't make it. But this is the thing: is as this has gone on, all of these claims of like Common Core being better than, you know, the conventional and this and
Dude, was that just a psyop or what? What the fuck was?
Well, do you remember the thing that we went to? The guy was saying like, well, we feel like these emotional learning tactics will help students attain better accomplishments. But you see, it's not. Every school in the nation is seeing, you know, 50% or lower being able to read at grade level, be able to do fucking math at grade level. Some of them are down at like 20% in a lot of areas. It's
I have no
insane.
idea what's going on really, but you know, I'll trust you obviously, but like, I just mean from my perspective, it was already bad in the 90s.
Yeah.
It
was already sort of being implemented.
There was
kid, parts of it.
I was looking around like, these motherfuckers are stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're real morons. I had like, seriously, like 3 or 4 friends that were like, you could all joke around and talk on the same level. And,
And
the rest of
everyone
them,
else was just like,
it was like a leper colony, dude. I was like,
it was,
get out of
just
here.
buffoons
like,
and fucking,
you know,
like the primates are over there. We're they were all walking on their knuckles.
Hey, come back when you can read a work of fiction aloud to me with some goddamn inflection in your voice.
Yeah, we're
you know
17.
What I mean? Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, right.
Fine if you're like, 9 or something.
Yeah, then you can come smoke weed with me and my friends in the woods. But no, I mean, it was bad then. I'm sure that it's 100 times worse now.
What is this?
What's happening?
Somebody called Feed News Hub. Now I don't know if this is
this
is
fucking around in the chat happening.
Yeah, this is star Jim Caviezel, or Jesus as America remembers him, just leaked an intimate video of Barack and Michelle Obama with a child. This is going to get them in jail. And then up here says,
I don't know if you should click on that.
No, I don't think so either. But MAGAT version 24.
No, MAGA TV.
Oh, MAGA TV. I was like, MAGAT version 24. That's it. MAGA TV 24. Well, then make the V big, you idiots. After the release of this video, the Democrats are done for the presidential elections in 2024. Trump is going to win by a landslide. What is this?
I don't know. I mean,
why was someone recording, and how did that lady know where to go? Yeah, that's true. Let's see what these people are saying. The woman that ripped down that flag.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I guess it's conceivable that she was making a stink on her way in, or like.
But these guys are saying it seems very fake. I didn't think that.
Huh. You know what? I didn't even really consider it, but
it didn't seem like it. I don't know. I mean, I would have thought you would have something better prepared instead of being like, you can't hang. I'll put that.
We did say they seemed like actors.
Terrible actors, which I guess they would be.
Yeah, shit. We might have been had.
Fuck.
God damn it.
All right. Well, either way, we're at 3 hours, so we're not going to acknowledge our failure.
Yeah. No, fuck it. We made it this far. Dude, if we made it 3 hours without making complete fucking idiots out of it, there's no way that happened, actually, if we watch this back.
No. We did several times.
Yeah. You know,
many times
over.
Was
it? Dude, I felt so dumb when we were talking about Great Britain the other day. I've been, like, sad about myself since then. I'm like, how am I this dumb?
Why is it called, is it an island?
Yeah. Like, which part is Britain and which is England? And, like, I'm just so...
Where's Welsh?
Why am I so dumb? I didn't used to be this dumb, I feel like. I feel like when I was 10, I could have told you all about fucking Britain.
Yeah, but now,
you know?
When was the last time you thought about the geographical layout of fucking the British Isles? I don't give a fuck.
Do you know how many games of Scrabble I've played since I even, thought about it? 75,000. Mm-hmm. I used to play 15 games of Scrabble a day. So
yeah, but not Risk.
No, I hate Risk.
I hate it too. God, Dude, when I was in
I
Boyd's
will
Hope,
flip the fuck out if I play
even if
Risk.
somebody
Like,
offers it, like suggests it, I'm like, how fucking dare you?
I'll throw them out of my house.
Oh, out of my
dude.
life.
Never
Out
talk
of
to you
my
again.
life.
I used to hang out with a bunch of people that had a Risk night every
it's
week.
that's a risky fucking night in and of itself because I'm gonna disown you.
So so there's 2 Risk rooms, right?
Oh, God.
And I, of course, so they have the serious room, you know what I mean? But then you're also supposed to be playing Risk in this other room. And I don't know why they were so obsessed with this, but
because people thought it was like a highbrow endeavor at one point. I remember this.
It's not.
I know what you were talking about. I knew people that like had Risk nights too.
Yeah,
honestly.
dude,
It's fucking bizarre.
So the first time I went, and the only time I went,
Yeah.
I had like the ragtag bunch in the other game, and we were all smoking a lot of weed, and I was able to convince them that it would be funny if, like, when somebody from the other room came in to see how our game was going, if we just put all of our pieces in a giant peace sign, and then we were all just sitting there like singing and like smoking weed and being like, "No war, man."
Yeah.
And so that's what we did, and they were mad. It sounds dumb, but they were like. You could tell they were very annoyed. Like,
take this
guys,
seriously or like leave.
This is
or
supposed to like
whatever.
feed into the next tournament or some shit. And it's like, I don't care, man. I made a peace sign out of all
Hey,
these things.
fuck your tournament.
Yeah, dude.
And fuck Risk.
I ain't going to no NAM, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
dodging this draft, bro.
You end up with, again, it sounds, like made up, but you can get pretty bad fucking PTSD from a game of Risk. I remember playing
Can
once.
you?
Oh, dude. Well, it's simulated war, and your psyche can't handle that.
That's a good point.
Dude, it's like how they use first-person shooters to train the military back in the day, and to like desensitize people. The clash of plastic on plastic.
Still haunts my dreams.
The reflection of the fluorescent light upon the shine, the shine on the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The multicolored map laid out before me.
The dice.
Tempting me to conquer my fellow man.
The corners of the dice sometimes kind of digging into your palm a little.
Yeah, because I'm tight, because I'm holding it tight because of nerves.
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean? Because, yeah.
And so it could be. I had a game of Risk when I was like 10 that was pretty bad. We ate some bad fucking like crab dip.
Mushrooms.
No, it was, dude. We had like some fucking crab dip from Jewel, and being a bunch of my friends, 3 or 4 of them, whatever. We had a big Risk sleepover. We were like 10. We all got sick from this fucking crab dick. Crab dick, I said.
Well, that serves you right there.
We're fucking all getting
Perverts.
fucking
Jesus
dick
Christ.
down by some crabs.
Yeah, you all had crabs on your dick. Is what you're saying. You
Oh,
guys
I
got
see. I pictured
crabs.
getting fucked by a giant crab.
No, I thought you just
like
had
he came in
crabs
and
on your
fucking
dick.
found us. He climbed in the window and fucked us all. When we were kids. That's why I'm so weird. Wait, maybe what if I remembered as a crab, but it was my neighbor?
Oh my God!
Fuck.
Yeah, you should get.
I should get
other
that.
therapy.
I should go to.
You need to be deprogrammed.
I should go get that guy that wrote the
Thanks for the memories.
No, Communion. Whitley Strieber. He was an alien abduction book.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
whatever. Like he had all these weird memories of animals, and then through like hypnosis, was able to figure out they were like blocking abductions and stuff. It's probably what happened.
Yeah,
I
it was a
think the crab fucked me. It was either an alien or
it was Mr. Jenkins.
Bad man.
Yeah.
Naughty guy.
All right.
Anyways,
well,
it's been fun.
We made it this far, fellas and ladies.
Yeah, let's
let's all anyone who's left in the
somebody
chat.
fucking follow this channel, goddammit. Like what is that? What the hell is happening? Like people are hanging out.
Yeah, this
and
is
watching.
Rumble. This is a community.
Yeah, we're supposed to be fucking squadding up here. Because
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna
also it's not going to last long, so just do it so we can feel good for a little while.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. They actually do it just in order to topple us later when Rumble inevitably gets torn from the internet.
Yeah, let's have something to lose, guys.
Build some anticipation in us, some hope.
Who's that? Connie? She says, "Bye, guys. Great show. Thank you."
Yes, thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Moontooth says, "Vinny is really good at Scrabble." Who is Moontooth?
It's got to be, I don't know.
Is this one of my family or something?
Dig down by some crap.
Vinny is really good at Scrabble. Dude, people try to play Scrabble because they think they know how. First of all, people don't even know the rules to Scrabble. And that's my first question is, are we going to play by the rules? Because they'll go, yeah, they don't know what they're fucking agreeing to. Because I'm a fucking assassin, dude. And I'll fucking... No, seriously. You want to talk about shit I've done? Talk about fucking 5 bingo games. How about that? Like, that's how bingo is when you use your entire rack, 7 letters. I've done that 5 times in a single game.
Ooh.
I mean, dude, insanity, the way I used to play. And people will go, yeah, I'll play Scrabble with you. And I'll go, okay. And I'll lay out the rules, see? And I'll say, do you understand what a challenge is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you understand you can't play proper nouns? Do you understand
Sure.
that if a
they
challenge,
don't, then why are they playing Scrabble? These are just the rules.
do you, yeah, and also, do you understand that, who said this? I'll assassinate you in Scrabble?
Oh, that's got to be some.
My sister beat me one time in a fluke, and of course she's going to talk about it all the fucking time. But so, anyways, listen. So I'll say to them, do you know what a challenge is? And do you understand that if a challenge is levied, that we will be consulting the official Hasbro Scrabble dictionary.
Yeah.
And that is the fucking dictionary we're using, and you're not going to look it up in some other dictionary and try to tell me it's, whatever. So
yeah, we don't care about Hungarian words.
you get them down, and then they go, XI? No, that's not a fucking word. And you go, it in fact
is in Chinese.
It is in fact in the Scrabble dictionary. And I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you that it is. I'm not even going to be mysterious because I'm so confident that I'm going to beat you by 150 points that I will tell you, don't challenge this word. And sometimes they still fucking will. They're like, no way, it's in here. Okay, good.
I told you.
Let's talk a little QI. Let's talk a little XU. These are how you win Scrabble games. You don't win by memorizing every fucking word in the world, but you need to know your 2 and 3 letter words because that's how you maximize points. That's where you want a triple letter score on an X going 2 ways at once. That's how you fucking get points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's not easy to achieve with Axel or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easy with XUOX. Or whatever. So,
all right. Well, I apologize for that, folks.
And people think it's a literary game. It's not. People are like, of course you're good at Scrabble. You're good at words. You know what's weird? It's more of a math game, and I hate math.
Yeah, that's I think the part that I always hated about it because I'm a wordsmith.
Yes,
at heart.
That doesn't mean shit in Scrabble.
But yeah, I would still lose because I'm like, I don't map out the board correctly.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
You need to maximize the potential of your rack, A.
Yes.
And then people don't build their rack enough, too. That's the thing.
Which is what a nice broad does, ladies. Oh.
I see people fucking put like an S and a blank in like a 22-point word. And I'm like, you are a fucking idiot. Like, do you not understand the concept? You're building to hit bingos. Like, you can't. What do you think a blank is for? You think they just give those out all the time?
All right. Oh, whoa.
You're not supposed to just use it on a 20-point word. You know what I'm saying? So
I am.
People fucking don't come up to me with shit about Scrabble unless you're ready for it. All right?
Yeah. All right. Lesson learned, bro. I'll challenge you to Risk.
All right. Thanks to everybody who's new. Entertaining show. Couple of characters here.
Yeah,
we do the whole fucking thing.
We are,
it's crazy here. We're awesome. And tune in next week at 8 o'clock.
And you know what?
Wednesday.
Before we go, let's hit
him with the bird.
Yeah, let's hit him with the bird.
A little bit of bird.
Fucking motherfuckers. Yeah.
Until next week, we are Radioville. Population Truth.